Yep, Charlamagne the God.
Andrew Schultz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots, and this week's episode of Brilliant Idiots is brought to you by Bevel. What better gift is there than the first and only shaving system designed for coarse, curly hair and sensitive skin? A gift to Bevel 2 can take on 2017 looking your best. Enjoy the first month of your Bevel subscription for free by going to getbevel.com/idiots. It's on us. That's getbevel.com/idiots. Start shaving smarter today. Let's start the fucking show. Happy holidays, everybody.
Very happy holidays.
First of all, go to brilliantidiotsmerch.com.
That's right.
Right now.
Brilliantidiotsmerch.com.
This ain't some holiday shit, okay? This is some shit that's going to be going on for a long time because y'all keep asking us for merchandise. So we finally got our lives together and we got the merch store popping.
Yep.
Salute to High U Clothing, for making our shit. Yeah. Basically.
We got a few new shirts.
Oh, man.
We got a
some fly
hoodie.
shit. Hoodies, socks.
Socks. The socks are fly.
Yeah, so go to brilliantidiotsmerch.com.
Yeah.
And go pick you up something nice. It's the holidays. Why not? I can't believe everybody's out here celebrating Christmas, man.
What do you mean?
Santa Claus is a fucking triple OG blood. All right? And if you're wondering why he never comes to visit you kids, it's because you live in a Crip fucking neighborhood. He can't wear all that red in the Crip neighborhood.
Now, you can't rep the
all
blue.
right? You need to call him Santa Blaus if you really want him to come to your motherfucking house. Okay? Stop disrespecting Santa in his fucking set.
It's your Santa shtick. You doing your Santa
Stop
shtick,
disrespecting Santa in his fucking set. All right? Show Rudolph some respect. Rudolph's nose is red because he sniffs cocaine on a regular.
You really put some time into this.
I'm just want these little. I want these little poor and disenfranchised.
Time on your hands.
Listen, I want these little poor and disenfranchised kids to know why Santa never visits. Okay, all these poor and disenfranchised kids.
Why
your daddy's a Crip.
Crips are poor? You said all Crips are poor?
A lot of them.
Huh?
Okay, even if you're not a poor Crip, you probably live in a Crip neighborhood.
Let me ask you something. Do Crips believe that Blue Lives Matter?
Whoa, they should.
That's the question that's tough. Whoa. That's the one that's real tough.
By the way, police, you've been wasting that slogan. Now that Andrew says that is definitely a slogan for Crips to talk to other bloods, okay?
Blue Lives Matter, bro. When Crips roll up on that blood neighborhood, or the Bloods roll up that Crip neighborhood, bro.
Listen, Crips, next time a fucking blood pulls a gun on you, you scream Blue Lives Matter.
Blue Lives Matter. And police be there in a second.
No, police ain't gonna be there.
They might if it's Blue Lives Matter. That's what the Crips need to do if they really want to get the bloods out of there. Start showing up to the Blue Lives Matter rallies with the cops. Like, yo, we need to get these dangerous gangsters off the street. Let's go take out Santa Claus and all Santa Claus's friends. Get those elves out.
Bricking them. All right. Wax is here.
Yo,
Wax.
what's good, yo?
What's up,
I
baby?
thought you was in South Carolina.
Yeah, they flew me back up here, man. They said they want to talk about something. So I said, what the hell Andrew got to do?
What Wax do? Why y'all want to talk about? Why y'all want to talk?
First of all, it's Christmas, and I feel like we need Wax.
Right.
I really feel like we need Wax. I think Wax is an integral part of the show. A lot of people have been asking for Wax.
Dope.
And obviously, I love you, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Love you too.
I seen a video online of Wax getting his ass busted in basketball.
That's a lie.
You need to
That's a
stop
lie.
playing
That's a
Van
lie.
in basketball.
Bro.
Number one,
He wasn't even playing Van in basketball.
I wasn't Van. I was 6, and 6 fouled me when I went up.
Okay,
listen,
somebody was watching, bro. I don't know who it
that's
was.
bullshit.
Bro,
You must say he's watching clip.
The guy tried to
must
do
have watched
Wax
the clip.
dirty. He tried to disrespect Wax by putting it between his legs. Wax got heated. He didn't get it between his legs.
Yeah.
Okay, Wax stole the ball, but Wax got heated. His ego got the best of him. He's like, I'm about to do a move on this guy. Wax does one little move, goes to the basket. When I tell you,
I got fouled.
Shut up. When I tell you,
Pull it up.
he didn't even try to do a layup. He just threw the ball at the backboard.
He
was
hit
a
my
foot away from
arm.
the backboard.
He hit my arm. I ain't paying attention.
Like,
You ain't paying attention. You ain't paying
Listen,
attention.
basketball is not your forte,
Tarzan,
man.
Listen, I can ball.
It's okay. You football, you fight, you wrestle.
Yeah, listen,
basketball
I
just ain't your thing. Word up.
I can do basketball though.
First of all, you just called it doing basketball. That's how I know that you can't play basketball.
I can play basketball too.
You can do the butt. Okay, you can do the running man.
I can play.
You can do the man in the
Do the move. You don't do basketball.
I can do basketball.
Actually, you were doing basketball. That was the problem. You were trying to do
I was
it, not
playing.
play.
I was good. Listen, you and Van problem. Y'all let me warm up at all. Y'all like, go ahead and go. Last time I played was not when I played you.
Yeah, but when you played me, I let you warm up the entire time that I bust that
Bullshit.
ass.
We was only there for like 5
Do you warm up
minutes.
the fuck?
Yes, I do. That's head. Duh.
Oh, okay.
Wait, head is warming up?
Yeah.
How is sitting down warming up?
That's foreplay. You just warm your dick up. You got
You want to have foreplay with Andrew Van and
Nah,
see.
see.
That's what you're saying.
Nah, not at all.
Yo, I love you, bro.
That's head. Head is foreplay. That's warming up.
I just ain't never seen you do good in basketball, man.
When? You can beat me
Van
in
washed
basketball?
you in flip-flops.
No, he did not.
Washed him in flip-flops at
He's
Vlad's
lying.
house.
Did you even watch the
Salute
game?
to Coach Avocha Vlad.
Shout
Did you watch
out
it?
to Vlad. Did Vlad win?
Vlad wasn't playing. He was playing
Man,
at Vlad's
I
house.
didn't know.
Vlad one of them guys that got a basketball goal in his yard for no reason.
Oh, he has a court in his yard.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, for no reason. Vlad
Yeah,
don't
maybe
play.
he's trying to pick up the game.
Vlad don't
Never
play no
know. He
fucking
get a couple
ball.
of shots.
Like
You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
Vlad invites black guys over.
He know that's what they
want to
do. Exactly
Get
what we
into an
did,
argument,
too.
records it, put you on Vlad TV. You know what I mean? That's what.
Yo,
Vlad-
ever
that's
since
what-
then, Van been trying to get me in basketball. He
That's
been
what Vlad
throwing.
does.
Yo,
Oh,
why
Vlad
he
is
record that
crazy.
video though? Why
Say
did he
what?
record that video? Why
Why-
y'all keep trying to get me on shit?
What do you mean try to get you? First of all, thank God we actually recorded it. Because the last time with the footwork, we didn't record it. So this time I'm actually happy we got it.
Y'all tried to get video off the fucking streets. Like, how beat are y'all? That's kind of crazy.
What else would y'all be playing?
No, we was on the streets. We left.
The waffles.
Chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
And we was over in the street. They was talking shit, so I showed them some nice footwork.
Because he was pussy. He was scared to show footwork the whole time. I was doing crazy good footwork. I had great
bum
feet.
ass
I'm
shit.
not gonna lie.
you was doing.
That's one
That
time
was
I
some
felt like
bum-ass
LAPD wasn't
shit.
doing their job.
They were not.
Because all three of y'all look
Three
like
ruffians on the
high
street.
motherfuckers.
Dancing
Like,
around.
who are these three drug addicts? I don't give a fuck what y'all
What the fuck
complexion
was you
is.
doing out there for real?
I'm not gonna lie.
We had to be real
I'm
high
not
to
gonna
be
lie.
out there.
That
He's
would be some
wildin'.
race that shit. They just stopped us because, no joke, we were doing footwork, and footwork is just when you move your footwork is just, you move your feet like
Look at
that.
that stiff
right?
ass shit.
Yo,
I got time for that
If,
dumb shit.
if cops go and pull over two black guys for what looks like tap dancing, that is the most racist shit.
No,
in the entire
what would happen? The cops drive like, two black guys, white guy dancing. Oh, he's a crackhead. They're making him dance for crack. They're making him dance for crack.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I made a guy sing the other night at the Christmas party.
Say what?
I only had a 10 on me. I'm like, I just can't give you the 10. I want to.
You made him sing? What song? Your favorite Christmas song?
Nah, he was singing anything.
I know your favorite Christmas song, by the way.
What is it?
Charlamagne, did you know Wax's favorite Christmas song?
No.
Oh, I got it. I got it up right here.
Are you making this up? Or
No,
somebody
this
told you
is. I'm assuming this is
Oh,
your
Dominique
favorite.
the Donkey?
No.
Oh.
This has got to be your favorite Christmas song, but you really got to pay attention to the lyrics in order to appreciate.
But baby, it's cold outside. I've got to go away.
This is really white.
Just wait for it. Notice what she's
Is
saying.
this because I have sex with white girls?
No, notice what she's saying and what he's saying.
I'll hold your hand.
Oh, girls got pretty toes.
Like my mother will start to worry. What's your and father will be pacing.
Yeah, you ain't getting no pussy in a long time. You trying to
Word
impress
up,
some
man.
girls.
This is-
You trying to impress somebody. You trying to get some pussy, man.
This entire song is about a girl saying no and a guy saying yes.
Put the records on while the neighbors might.
He just trying to get some pussy.
Yeah, he is. Like you. This is rape culture. This is rape culture
How's
before
this
rape culture. This
Yo,
song.
Chris.
We're not having
Yo,
a
Chris.
rape discussion on Christmas.
Is this
We're
why I'm up
not
here to talk
having
about this
a
shit?
rape discussion
Isn't Santa
on
Claus
Christmas.
the ultimate rape? Like this guy
Yes.
comes
He fucks
down your
everybody white.
chimney.
That's true.
He fucks everybody mom.
He rapes
That's
your
true.
house.
That's
He
true.
goes down your
Eat your
chimney.
fucking food.
That's true.
Eat your
Eats your
fucking
food.
Eat your fucking cookies and milk.
Takes your
Fuck
milk.
you.
Motherfuckers have seen mommy kissing Santa Claus and still haven't
Fuck
done
it.
anything.
No,
As long as he don't smoke your weed, he alright.
he might be.
Nah, he smoke. You got.
I'm just saying your door is locked. Your door is saying no, and he is going around the back entrance.
I just left a
fucked
fucking
up.
Christmas concert. My daughter had a Christmas concert. My daughter had a Christmas concert earlier, and I felt so sorry for one of those kids. I'm literally looking at these kids, right? And like they had these, it wasn't my daughter was in like the choir thing, but they had these kids who were like pretending to be like Jesus and the wise men and Mary and Joseph and all of them. So they literally was standing up for a long time. And I'm like, I said, they look like they're doing the mannequin challenge. And then for 2 seconds, I'm like, I hope they bend in their knees. Literally like 15 minutes later, one of the little kids just one of the little kids just fell the fuck out. And I'm sitting there like, whose idea was it to have these kids standing up here the whole fucking time? Like somebody else had to be thinking it. And then, by the way, none of the kids move. God bless all the other kids who refused to get out of character.
So they stayed in character?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Good.
Bruh. The
They're gonna
adults
beat
came,
somebody one day.
and they had to carry him out. It wasn't one of those things where they woke him up and they carried him out.
And they
then
just
he
kept doing the
passed
thing.
Everybody
Freddie
just
had
kept,
asthma or something.
everybody just kept on going. At the end of the program, the lady was like, "It's not what it looked like.
Yeah, it
It was
is.
fine.
Yeah, it's kids.
Kids get emotional during the holidays. No, y'all had this little motherfucker standing up.
No, he was
That's a white
exhausted.
And he's exhausted.
That's a white
His fucking knees locked. He probably didn't get no
He needs to
lunch
be more
yet.
sociable.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
He's on drugs.
I'm like, no. This kid wasn't emotional. Y'all had him standing up there too fucking long. Like, it's just stupid, man.
Yeah.
So, whatever. What else happened in the news this week?
Well, fuck. You know what? I thought I was blind for 2 weeks. Did I tell you guys this?
We saw you last week, so how could it be 2 weeks?
I didn't tell you that though.
You thought you were blind last week?
No, I went to a doctor's because I had a fucking eye problem. I wasn't seeing
good.
blurry.
Really?
And I went to the eye doctor, and then this ghetto ass Julie, my assistant, got me to a ghetto ass fucking eye doctor, like in the back of an eyeglass store.
See,
well, you need it.
go.
It was
No more-
90
the best
Wait,
ones,
wait till
though.
they take back that Obamacare, though.
Oh, son, this
He's the
was
best guys,
this is
though.
a view of the future.
Yeah.
'Cause this was a sunglass hut that in the back had a little doctor's
No.
office.
No, it didn't.
was a sunglass
Them
hut.
the best
Son,
guys,
when
man.
I
Them the
tell
best
you this,
guys, yo.
motherfucking sunglass hut. In the back, there's a little closet, and inside the closet, they got the eye doctor shit.
That's
Right?
what Dr. Miami do his ass shots, too.
I
from
mean,
what I
it
heard.
felt,
He's
it felt
the
like I was
best
gonna get some
guys, I'm
concrete ass
telling
shots.
you.
That's
Okay.
what it fucking felt like. I go into this shit. This doctor, first of all, got a fucking stank ass attitude.
Nice.
This fucking box bodied, I don't know, Peruvian.
'cause you ain't got no
Persian
insurance.
bitch.
Fuck
You need me,
I don't know.
motherfucker.
Motherfucker, I do have insurance, but she was
Okay.
acting like she was. You need me.
What's
You're
that
better than me.
handsome
That
thing,
kind of
man?
shit.
You've been around a
like
lot of
this.
girls lately.
The Persian shit got into me.
You doing some bullshit. You need
so
some
look.
pussy bad, man.
Son, apparently. Listen, and you think I'd be fucking everything now because my eyes don't work. You think I'd just be
Oh,
going, all
pity-
bitches are
pity
good looking
pussy.
this week.
So what
Yeah,
happened?
listen.
What happened? You in the back of the sunglasses.
So I go, I get this shit. She's got a fucking attitude the whole time. She's sticking shit into my fucking eye. I'm complaining. She's rolling her eyes when I'm complaining. This shit is going into my eyes and it hurts.
This is great.
She goes, listen, this is what happens. Your left eye, you have astigmatism. It's done. Your left eye's fucked. Your right eye's not that good either. You need glasses. You should get them
This is
immediately.
so funny. I gotta see this.
She's like, you see like 30-50 vision. You're supposed to have 20/20. You see 30-50 vision, right?
This explains so much.
Yo, just wait for it. I go, fuck, are you sure? I'm like, why do you think it is that way? I'm like, can I get the laser? She's like, nah, it probably won't work for you. I'm like, what?
You should go to the LASIK eye doctor and find out.
She's like, you got to have the same prescription in 3 years. I'm like, I'm fucked. I'm done. I'm going to have glass now. Does that fit my
That's
whole
funny.
thing? Like, I don't
That's
know what's
funny
going on.
face.
Glasses and a big ass nose.
There we
So
go.
that's
I know.
too-
I start looking like a
Face.
Guess Who character, right?
Waldo.
I'm looking like Moreau. I'm literally turning into Chris Moreau, right? I'm freaking out about my identity and like how I'm going to cope with this shit, right?
It's okay.
So I go, Julie,
girls
get me,
that wear glasses got
get
good
me a
pussy.
new fucking doctor. Get me a new doctor. Get me a nice, good, none of this Persian shit. None of that. I want a nice, good fucking Indian or Jewish doctor Upper West Side. Give me the fucking good glitzy shit, right?
Yeah.
I go up there today. Go to this doctor. Doctor takes one look at me. He goes, okay, look in this shit. You know what? Actually, you're totally fine. You know what it is you probably sleep and your eyes open a little bit and your eyes get dried up.
Nice.
What?
So what have you been doing? You be jerking off and going like this to your eyes
No, I'm
and
not
stay
wiping my
wide
eyes.
open?
But my point is, how fucked up is it that there's people that are doctors out there?
They're not really doctors.
They're not really
That's
fucking
the point.
doctors. This girl made me think I was blind for 2 weeks. I was about to have glasses for the rest of
So
my
you-
life.
So, hold on. So you telling me that STD might not be really an STD if I went to the wrong guy?
All I'm saying is this, and I was thinking about this before. You got to get a second opinion if the news is bad. Okay?
Nah, you don't want to hear too bad news, man.
No, son, you got to get, if the news is bad, you got to get a second. If it's good news, you ride with that shit. If you get the STD papers back and the STD says you had no STDs, you don't get a second
Shut the
opinion on
fuck
that
up.
shit.
Yeah,
Boom.
shut the
Thanks a
fuck
lot,
up.
Doc.
Yeah,
I appreciate
word,
it. I don't
word.
care if it
Word
says a
up.
different name on the STD sheet. You
Yeah,
can get someone
I don't
else's
give a fuck.
test. I passed.
Bernardo.
Bernardo. I'm Bernardo.
Yeah.
But if
First of
your
all-
shit, if
first
your
of
eyes
all-
are fucked up, get your shit double checked. And that's why I could do heart surgery because motherfucking doctors out here, they
No,
can't even
you
do
can't.
eyes.
No.
They can't
You
even
just
do
gonna be killing
eye
people
shit.
now.
Just talked about a doctor giving you a bad diagnosis.
My point exactly.
No.
If they're a doctor,
how much you
I
pay
can't
for
be a
it?
doctor.
No, you can be a
How much you
doctor.
pay for that
You just
one?
can't do
$10
heart surgery.
Oh, $10. Oh, that's what the fuck you get.
By the way, soon
Listen,
as
I got this
soon
right
as
here,
you saw
refresh.
soon as you saw that she was in the back of the sunglass hut, you should have been like, no.
Well, I'm
the
that's
best
what-
people, though,
I
man.
I
I'm the
rolled my
best
eyes with
people,
Julie.
though, man.
Julie almost cost me another $25,000.
Julie should have been
Versus
fired.
Mayweather
By the
tickets
way,
and
You must be fucking
Julie
her or
needs to give-
something.
exactly.
See, you
Julie
fucking
got
her.
some good
You
head or
gotta
something.
have
No,
you
she
fucking
got
her.
something on you.
Something.
You know what she got at me? I'm a nice, kind individual. I'm a
Yeah,
loving
she got
individual.
some good head.
You know what I mean? And clearly, I can't see that she's a bad assistant. I think that's really the moral of the
fucking
story.
blind.
I don't know if she's a
around.
bad assistant, but her fuck ups outweigh all the
Oh,
good.
I
my
almost
God.
had
That she
glasses
does.
for no reason, bro. You know how embarrassing
had some
that
good
shit
pussy,
is,
though.
son?
You had good
But
pussy,
that's a
though.
doctor would have had. I was actually thinking about that. Like on some level, do you think that like you think your your vision goes worse
And
as
then
you
something
get
else
older?
gonna enhance.
No, so that your spouse doesn't seem as ugly. Like maybe it's evolution.
No. It's not that. It's that both of y'all are changing.
Yeah, we're
So
getting
that's
uglier. So I'd rather you
Exactly.
be blurry and ugly.
No, you just don't
than
give
HD ugly.
You just don't give a shit no more.
You don't give a shit because you
Don't?
can't see. Like, if you look at like an 80-year-old woman, as a man, you want to be blind to fuck that.
Yeah, but you're 82.
Say what?
You're 80 as
And
well.
that's why her
So
vision
you-
goes bad too,
No, you're
so
both,
she can look at me.
You're both
You go
old,
younger.
regular, fucked up. You know what I was thinking?
Fuck younger.
What I'm saying is, if you have perfect 1080p HD vision at 75, you're not fucking your wife, bro. This is before Viagra. There was no
You ever-
Viagra
you
back
gotta
in the
close
day.
your
Listen, you ever been
You
around
gotta
some-
close your eyes, or you could just be blind regular.
You ever been around somebody all the time so they don't notice the changes in you?
Say what?
Like you might gain a little weight, but you're around this person all the time.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, damn, somebody told me I'm gaining weight. You didn't notice, and they're like,
Nah, we
not
see each
really.
other
Charlamagne.
Because they see each other every day.
You see Wax every single day. You notice when he gains 3 pounds.
but
You
I'm,
literally
that's me
3
fucking
pounds.
with him.
Yeah, he
No,
just wanna
3
do that.
pounds.
That's me.
You go, oh,
No,
Wax.
that's
you
me.
eating that? Hey, man, you gotta stop eating those
But-
tostones.
But you know what I also see? His what he eats. Like, this
Yeah.
motherfucker just ate a whole fucking tinfoil of fried chicken.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't fried. That was baked chicken.
That shit ain't
And-
baked.
Well, it's
That
not
shit
baked.
fried
It was
as a
baked in
motherfucker.
grease.
I still have
Bacon,
it.
grease, and oil.
That was baked, right?
That shit was fried as
No, that
fuck.
shit was fried. And you look thick.
You do, man.
Fuck
Yeah,
is
you
wrong
look
with y'all?
I'm
thick.
telling you,
Bro,
man.
fuck
Stop
is
wearing.
wrong with
Hey, you
y'all?
look-
He keep
That's
wearing large
motherfucking-
shirts. I wear large.
That's not a large
Yeah,
shirt. That's
this
a
is-
medium-sized shirt.
It's
is
a
a
large.
large.
That's
What's
not-
wrong with y'all?
Why
You
do
should
you
be
look
wearing
like
XL,
Ezekiel
Wax.
Elliott every time you fucking come in here? I can see your goddamn abdomen every single fucking time. You don't play for the Cowboys.
Zeke.
Yeah, right.
Listen, let's talk about this dude on this plane. I really don't want to talk about
It's fucked up.
anything that got to do with race.
Is it?
Anything that got to do with prejudice. I don't want to talk about sexism, feminism. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Going into 2017, I got one simple motto:
Ouch, man.
treat people the way you want to be treated. I'm not all the nuances. I'm gonna be very extreme with it. Either, and I've always been very extreme with it. Either you on the side of good, or you on the side of evil. Either you on the side of right, either you on the side of wrong. I'm treating everybody the way I want to be treated. I'm showing love to everybody. I'm having conversations with whoever the fuck I want to have conversations with. I don't give a shit. Who cares? I just finished reading a great book called Emotional Intelligence 2.0. I think everybody needs to have an emotional intelligence test because I don't give a fuck how smart you think you are. A lot of us are letting our regular IQ, our intelligence, be overpowered by our emotions. A lot of us need to start learning how to deal with our emotions better so we can have better conversations with each other. Now, with that said, this young dude, never heard of him until this
Adam
morning.
Saleh.
I never heard him until this morning. And I was wondering when I went to his page why he was verified and had 20,000 followers. I didn't know he was a...
He's got millions of subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah, he's a YouTube
1.6
prankster.
million, and then another,
So...
2
let me re-
pages with over 1 million
So
each.
was he playing around on the plane?
This is the thing. Let me read you the shit that he's done. Right?
Come
Okay.
on.
Come on.
Are you playing too much?
These are some of his pranks.
Yeah.
Counting down in Arabic on a plane experiment. Right?
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Never
I would play
wear
with that
this
shit.
on a plane in America. He's dressed like a freaking terrorist.
Yeah.
Well, is he a terrorist or am I being prejudiced by saying that?
Well, you're being prejudiced by saying that he's just dressed like
I but
He's
listen,
dressed like a Muslim. Okay, all right.
No, you wanna play? You wanna play?
20 seconds ago. In 2017, my goal, I'm going to treat everybody equally.
Get the
I'm not judging
fuck outta
nobody.
here.
Now you got to say to me, hey, it's still 2016.
But this is my thing. I'm being honest with you.
Nah.
I'm from America.
Yeah.
In America, when I see this type of person, they tell
Yeah.
me he's a terrorist.
Yeah.
And then they tell me what he is afterwards.
Exactly,
So when
yeah.
I see this guy, my oh, this is a terrorist. Oh, it's a
Yeah.
Muslim. Oh, okay, so I'm doing this wrong.
Yeah, you're doing
It's-
it wrong.
All right.
Because
okay,
Muslims
gotcha.
for you wear bow ties.
Yes.
Exactly.
Now, an American Muslim.
You use the different Muslims.
Now,
Yeah.
jumping off plane, prank fail. Whatever it is, this is my whole thing.
He did a
Somebody
prank.
probably recognized
He
him.
did a fake, and it turns out it was fake. But the prank was he goes inside luggage and then goes into the plane and takes a flight on the plane.
No,
in the luggage.
man.
Yeah,
Somebody
in
kick
the
his
luggage.
ass.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna kick
and
his
then
ass.
this motherfucker pops up in the baggage claim and cops out the luggage in the baggage claim where the baggage thing's
he
going around,
wildin'.
and all these white Australian
That's what I'm
people are
saying.
just looking
Somebody
like, what the fuck is
recognized
going on?
him.
So here's the thing.
cool.
This is all right.
Okay,
So
go. Say-
I posted a video online this morning.
Yeah.
He said he got kicked off the plane for speaking Arabic. Some people on the plane complained.
Yeah.
They came and escorted him off the plane. Then they put him on another plane later. Whatever. I posted the video because just from watching that video, and I'm usually smarter than this,
Yeah.
it looked like prejudice. And all I did was put it up, and I put Martin Luther King's quote, and injustice anywhere, the
Yeah, I
threat to
saw
justice
that.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And then I put fuck racism,
Yeah.
prejudice sucks, see to God. Whatever.
That's the truth, though.
Yeah.
It does.
It does.
Peace.
Like, but just watching that video, that's what it looked
No
like.
doubt.
Yeah.
But then somebody sent me more information, and I'm like, oh, so he's a prankster.
Yeah, he's
but
bullshit.
I'm still not saying these guys lying.
Yeah.
Because it could be a boy who cried wolf situation.
Yeah.
You might have been bullshitting all of this time, so now when something really happens,
Yeah.
nobody fucking believes you.
Word up.
Yeah.
So all I'm sitting back saying to myself today was, I got to get control of my emotions.
Okay.
Because
How did you do that?
I just came to a moment of clarity, like, shut the fuck up and sit back and wait to see what the fuck happens.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, I haven't read that book yet, so I don't have control of my emotions. I think this guy got exactly what he wanted.
Yeah.
This is a viral video sensation. This is somebody who makes viral videos. If you look at his videos, he's done this before where he baits racism a bunch. Like he has one where him and his friend, he goes, how it's like going through the security TSA checkpoint when you're just dressed as like a regular dude and you're Arabic, or when you're dressed in the garb and you're Arabic, or you're Muslim, or
not
whatever
right,
like
though.
that. And then he goes another thing where he goes,
chill out.
and he has another thing where he goes, what happens when some kids are playing and then an Arabic kid comes to play with them, and you can see him kind of in the background telling this kid who's dressed in all Arabic to go play with the kids, but you don't know how much is staged, how much isn't. But he's clearly baiting stuff. Now, is he baiting stuff to show that this is what Arabic people have to deal with on an everyday basis in America? Sure, that was my initial feeling or sensibility.
Is he
about it.
Arabic?
Well, he's Arab. I think he's. I think he. I don't know which country he's
If
from.
you want to know what Arabs deal with, why don't you just talk to him?
Well, he is. I think he's trying to showcase it, and I think he's also. But I think he also understands there's a market for this shit, and this is a viral video for him. This is like the fact that he got kicked off this plane. He's acting like he's upset, but he knows this is going to be millions of views. This is money.
Yeah, but
this
you
is
can't-
money in his pocket. This is what he does for a living.
It's a difference between, somebody profiling you and you getting on a plane and counting down in Arabic.
Bro, they're fucking. How did you not get kicked off for that one?
Word up.
That's the one you should have got kicked
Like,
off.
what the fuck you doing, bro?
I'll be honest though, counting down in English would be more scary. If you got the dude dressed in the whole garb, because if you count down
that's
in
what he was
Arabic, I don't
doing?
even know if you're counting.
He was counting down in
I
Arabic.
would knock him the fuck out. I don't play around on the plane.
I know.
Like
It's-
even
you
other
can't play on
guy,
the
even
plane,
other
bro.
guy that
This
was
is-
doing that, I would beat you the fuck up.
So
Like
this is-
literally, I'm not gonna play with you.
Yo, but here's the thing. This is why look, I don't know what happened before. That's what we need to know. He said he was on the phone with his mom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're saying to your mom. Are you just going Allah Akbar to your mom over and over again? If you're going Allah Akbar to your mom over and over again, I seen Homeland. I'm knocking you out. You know what I mean? It's
Chill
not.
the
It's
fuck
not,
out. Ain't
it's
nobody
not
got time for
happening,
this
bro.
stupid
It's
shit.
not happening, bro.
Let me.
We
I go to
don't-
another flight then.
Exactly. So it's just like that's another thing. Let me out.
Let
but
me
it's
out.
like we have to acknowledge that people have a real fear of the planes blowing up because
It's not a game.
Because of
I just
experiences.
flew.
motherfucking planes
I ain't
blow
got
up.
time for this
Because
shit.
motherfucking
I
planes
pray the
blow up,
whole
son.
time on every flight.
And who blows the planes up? Let's keep it very real.
I
I don't
don't
know.
know
Listen,
nothing.
this is the thing.
What do you mean you don't know about
Listen,
that?
know.
it's not even that. It's the media. The media has done all of this
Media ain't
fear
blowing no
mongering,
planes
but it's the fear mongering. We base things
Berlin,
off.
Germany. A dude ran a fucking truck into a crowded Christmas market. What?
I don't know who was driving that truck.
Exactly. Exactly.
What you mean exactly?
This is the thing.
I thought you were about to tell me an Arab was driving the truck.
Obviously it was. Obviously it was an act of
Yeah.
terror.
Okay, then.
Obviously.
By the way, this guy is now doing interviews within the last 30 minutes.
Of course he is.
Maintaining that it's real, and Delta confirmed.
Chris, get on the mic. Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
Chris.
Chris, you're a producer. But now you're in the shot. So move over.
All right,
Move,
I mean,
move
this-
back over, Chris.
it's not
Move
worth
over,
all
Your
Chris.
nose is in the shot. Your nose and glasses. You're good. They know it's you. They know it's you.
Okay, so
I'm just saying, in real time, I'm reading. He just did an interview, like within the last 30 minutes, saying he was kicked off the flight and rebooked on another flight. And Delta's put out a statement confirming that he was removed from the flight and rebooked. So he does have a history of doing all this stuff. It seems like, and again, this is all breaking now. It could be.
it's the clock boy
real.
again.
It's
It's the clock boy. It's that fucking clock
What's
boy.
the young lady name from CNN? I can't pronounce it. Soledad O'Brien?
Whatever.
Soledad O'Brien?
Soledad O'Brien, yeah.
She had a friend on the plane, and her friend said it's the conflicting story.
Oh,
her
word.
friend said, yeah.
What'd her friend
said,
say?
I don't know. Her friend just said, her friend was on the flight,
And-
she said it was a conflicting story.
What that mean? What conflicting mean?
Meaning that he probably was doing some bullshit.
Bullshit.
But all I'm saying, this is my thing. This is my
Stop
thing.
acting-
This is my thing.
So
This is my
what,
thing.
he's gonna
knock it
start?
off.
he
No.
just-
This is
now
my
he
thing.
stops pranking all the celebrities
I'm
on the
with
plane?
you, but this is my thing. This is
Don't
what we
be on the
all have
planes,
to do. This is what we all
Can we just say
have
one
to
thing
do.
before we go? Just one
Yes.
thing. One thing. My point is, you do a prank where you count down an hour. You do a prank where you're dressed in like the most stereotypical Muslim garb that you have on the
Yeah.
plane. You're trying to get that's not how you dress normally. Normally you're wearing Yeezys. Normally you're wearing fucking t-shirts and Yeezys. But you're wearing this outfit on the plane to show prejudice, right? It doesn't work when you wear the outfit. It doesn't work when you count down backwards. You're gonna keep pushing and going to
So
the next
somebody knock
level.
you the
Get what you asked for.
You pushed to get to the next level. You got what you asked for, and now we're giving it to him. Fuck it. I'm glad you getting off the plane
No,
when you're trying to scare
Cool.
people.
This is one of those
Stop
things.
playing around the plane.
You're trying to scare
Not on
people,
the plane.
man.
This is one of those things, like, you know, like if
You're
you're like a
bust.
scientist and you're sitting around and you're racking your brain, you're trying to figure out how to fucking do this experiment and put this invention together, and you can't figure it out.
Yeah.
And one day you just fucking drink a beer and accidentally knock it over, and it just falls into place. You're like, oh shit, I got it.
Eureka.
This what happened. He's been trying to get this reaction for so long,
For years, yeah.
And whether he did it today on purpose or it really happened, he got it.
Look,
Listen, man.
it's really. I mean, when we think about it, let's be honest. It's really not that hard to get It's hard. How do I put it? It's hard to get kicked off a plane.
First of all,
I fly a decent amount. Okay, never have I seen anybody get kicked off the plane. I fly, and
Yeah,
there
but you
are-
ain't never heard nobody
there
say
are Middle
you
Eastern
ain't never heard
people-
nobody count down in Arabic.
Sure,
from
but here's the thing: they didn't kick him out when he counted down Arabic.
No.
They didn't kick him out when he dressed in a traditional garb, as they shouldn't. They didn't kick him. They didn't kick him out in any of these
He might
circumstances.
have been in the air already too, though.
Something, no. You can't be in the air when you go on. You're already dressed. You know what I mean? So my point is, and even if it is,
No, I'm
in the
saying he
air-
might have been in the air when he was counting down.
we don't know. I have to
I
I
would
watch
kill
the
you.
video.
You got to tie him up or something.
Yo,
No, you
I'm
do.
doing
Better
them
safe than
dirty.
sorry. That ain't got nothing to do with prejudice. That's
Fuck
listen.
that.
Yo, fam, you remember when the dude was lighting his fucking sneaker on fire? He was lighting his sneaker
And
on fire
on
to
the
blow up
plane?
the plane, and a dude saw him lighting his sneaker on fire, and he was like, chill, and then he stopped that
Ain't
shit.
no fucking chill.
So-
I'm doing you
No,
dirty.
chill was the I'm doing you dirty, and I'm
No,
doing you
I'm
dirty.
doing you
saying
dirty. I'm not saying
motherfuckers.
shit.
But my point
I'm
is,
fucking
we
you
gotta,
up.
we gotta understand what's going on in a situation, right? And you have to be self-aware about what's going on in people's fears. If you're a white dude and you light a cross on fire in your backyard. Just because you want to light a cross on fire, you have to be aware that people,
Hey, good luck.
that people,
Good luck.
that people
Good luck.
will think that you're fucking KKK lunatic.
Think?
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Good luck.
Say,
Good
for
luck,
example,
buddy.
You want to start a fire, all you got is a
Yeah.
cross. Right? All you got is a big old cross.
Good luck, buddy. Good luck, buddy, with that
Now,
one.
if Wax sees that, he's going to have some suspicions about you. and your people.
Suspicions? No, I'm jumping to conclusions,
Now,
bro.
now
Big
also, we act like Middle Eastern people like they're the only victims of prejudice. Like the prejudice doesn't go the other way at all. You know, I can't tell you how many countless times I've entered a corner store owned by a Middle Eastern dude, and the corner store guy followed my black friend around the fucking
of
corner
course.
store the entire time. Now, why is he following my black
Seen
friend?
Menace Society in the beginning.
Why is he following my black friend around the corner
Hurry
store?
up.
Why is he following? Because he's following my black. Because another guy robbed his corner store once that was probably black.
Everything is
he
based off experiences.
So he
Yes.
has a
Yes.
concern that he will be robbed again because
Same
that
thing
guy
with this
looks
guy.
like it, which is the same as this situation. We all
Everything is
heard
based off
of
experiences.
A plane that got blown up, and it got blown up by a guy that probably, at least had a similar look or language as this guy. So there is a hyped up awareness. Now, is that prejudice good? No. Is that stereotyping good or right? No. But
Anybody,
it is
though.
a reality.
It's based off your experience. I'm sitting in the church today
Yeah.
at my daughter's school. She goes to the Catholic school.
And a white dude walks
It's-
in.
No, white dude. First of all, it's only like 3 black people there.
Oh, shit.
So I'm already sitting in there.
They're
I'm
all
like,
Dylan Roof.
Word up. That's how I'm thinking. I'm like, I'm watching all of these motherfuckers. I just am. I'm in a church surrounded by white people. It's some mullets. It's some bowl cuts. I'm looking around like, what the fuck?
Bowl
It could
cut,
go
you gotta
down.
yoke 'em up.
Funniest shit is one of the other black parents there. When the kid passed out, right?
The kid was white or black?
He was a white dude. So I go in the lobby. I see my dude. He big dude. He's standing there. He's looking around all paranoid. I go, "What's up, man?" He goes, "Man, glad to see you, man." He goes, "Man, I thought I was about to go down in that motherfucker when that kid passed out. I thought that was some distraction shit." He did. That was the white people's get your hand out of my pocket.
Yeah.
Like, he really thought he was
Yeah.
like, "Man, I thought that shit was about to go down in this motherfucker."
Blame everything on y'all.
You have to we have to be aware of this shit, bro. To act
Yes.
clueless about it is stupid.
Yes.
Nah, but even the white guy a couple of weeks ago when he was on the plane, we talking about Trump, I'm getting his ass too.
By the way, he got banned for life from Delta. A lot of people kept saying he didn't get kicked off the flight. He got banned for life
Yeah.
from Delta.
Which I thought was stupid.
You can't play around.
You can't play with people like that, man.
But you're not playing with people's lives.
Yo,
At
he's
no
acting
point are you
crazy.
threatening anything.
Listen,
We
that
need
is
everybody
correct.
at peace on the
Crazy
plane.
on
Listen,
the plane
if
is
you,
out of control.
here's the thing that you should get kicked
Let
off a
kids,
flight.
that's it. Let
Here's
the
the thing
kids
you should
go.
get kicked off a flight. He was belligerent. I thought he was drunk. In that case, you should get him kicked off a flight because there's nobody that can contain him on the flight. He could fucking pull up the open exit
Ain't got
door.
time for
But
that.
That's what I'm
But if
saying.
you want to say, that you are that Trump is the president, which he is, because you know damn well if anybody was on that plane going, if Hillary won and people were on that plane going, Hillary Clinton was president, Hillary won, there's no way in hell should be kicked off a plane, and no way in hell should be banned for Delta forever.
I don't want to hit no politics on the plane, bro.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you
Yo,
want
politics,
to.
religion are not places for planes.
He chose
The
wrong
airplane's a
president to
library,
be proud
man.
of.
That's it.
On the plane.
But he was
chose the wrong
belligerent, though.
president.
Yeah,
But
he's out of
in my
control.
personal
Yeah,
opinion,
yeah, yeah.
a belligerent person, a definitely
Get the
belligerent
fuck
person,
out of
get
here.
the fuck out, because we can't trust you in the
Can't
air.
trust
son.
you,
No,
bro.
fuck
Can't trust
You
you.
drunk, like you said, you might
Yes.
open the fucking emergency exit, jump
No,
out.
You know why we
man.
sell
Time for that
alcohol
shit
on the plane?
down and go
That's
to
fucking
sleep.
crazy. You don't sell alcohol on the plane.
But they might come on the plane drunk.
My point is,
They do
why
sell
would let people
alcohol
get
on the
drunk
plane.
on the plane so they could walk? I remember once I was on a plane, a motherfucker got drunk, and he pulled the handle of the exit thing.
Nah, I said,
He's
beat
wasted.
him up too.
Yeah. Listen.
Beat him up too.
This is my thing, and I agree with everything that everybody's saying here. All I'm saying is, when it comes to these situations, bro, we don't gotta pick sides. Let's just wait and tell all the fucking information. I want a news outlet. I want a news source that just reports news, doesn't give us interpretation of the news, doesn't tell us what they think happened, what they feel happened. Just tell us the story and let us come to our own conclusions. I wish we lived in a world. Social media never makes too late. Because of social media, it'll never be that way. I don't want to see all of these different people's
The memes come
conclusions
first,
and opinions.
though.
Because when I saw that video today, you know what really made me post that video?
What? You want some likes?
No, watching everybody else. Shut the fuck up. Looking at everybody else.
I don't got
Looking
a
at everybody.
selfie
Looking at everybody else, and people who I actually, you know, I respect them. Saying this was wrong. I didn't even know the full story. I just thought, okay, well, somebody knows the full story, so clearly this must be
Because
it.
they want to look like heroes for pointing out how wrong it is.
I got it
You're
first. I
stupid.
did it
It's
first.
easy to say it's wrong when you're not on the flight. Let me tell you something. You on that flight?
I ain't playing with nobody,
It's
man.
a different.
It's easy to
ball
say it's
game.
wrong when you don't know the whole
Anybody
story.
yelling.
Exactly.
I don't play around.
Put it this way.
Kobe, remember when Kobe?
Remember this? Like, you ever been walking in a fucked up ass neighborhood? Now, I'm not talking about you walking around Times Square. I'm talking about you in a fucked up, dangerous ass neighborhood, right? Dangerous ass neighborhood. Motherfuckers start walking up on you across the street. It's easy. It's easy when you're not there to be like, oh, I wouldn't cross the street. But let you be alone in a fucked up ass neighborhood and three dudes start walking towards you. You're gonna want to cross that fucking street, bro.
Yeah, especially
I
what
don't know
time
what
it
they
is.
got
Because
on.
guess what?
You don't know what they got on you. You know what they
Even
want. You know what you
during
got
the
on you.
daylight. Even during the daylight. But see,
It's like, come on, man. We act. It's so easy to be a good person when you're not there. Be a good person in the moment. I'm trying to live. I want the plane to land, dog.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's a lot of backseat
drivers.
drivers.
Like
it's a lot of backseat quarterbacks.
I'm so exactly. There's a lot of backseat quarterbacks, and I'm really sorry, and it sucks right now. It sucks more for people of the Muslim faith more than anybody, right? Because they're the people who are the most victims of suicide bombings. They're the people the most victims of obviously Islamophobia and any negative treatment. That is absolutely horrible, right? But you got to understand, and all of us have to be realistic about what's happening here. Yemen had a bomb that killed 20 people 2 days ago.
Ouch.
3 days ago, you have the truck thing that happens in Christmas. I mean, this is happening weekly basis. You are having people killed in suicide-type situations. It is plugged into our brains through the news. You cannot be surprised if we are hyper-aware of
It's
it.
only
Anybody on the
in
plane.
the way
Just cannot.
in the way the world is
Anybody
right
on the
now.
plane.
It's only a matter of time for some shit like that happens in America.
Do we not say this everything about Chicago? Every week we make a joke about it. Shit, I'm not going to Chicago. I'll get shot.
But it's real.
But it's because motherfuckers getting shot in Chicago,
real,
right?
it's
It's
real.
like, let's acknowledge what the fuck is going on here. But the second we do it about possible suicide bombings, all of a sudden it's Islamophobic. It's bullshit.
We have to be cognizant of everything that's going on in the world. But all I'm simply saying is, it comes a point in time we all just have to sit back and wait for more information to come out, because our emotions are at an all-time motherfucking high right now.
Yeah.
Like racial tension, sexism, feminists. Like nobody's fucking sitting around having conversations. Everybody's at each other's necks. Everybody. I mean, literally everybody.
You got punished for conversation.
You got white liberals going at white conservatives.
Oh my God!
Right? Then you got black conservatives going at black liberals. You got white people going at black people. You got women going at men. Women going at each other.
hate each other.
It's like, yo,
You got feminists going at feminists. You
feminists going at feminists.
enough.
Like, you're not the real type of feminist. You should be this type of feminist. And feminist is like this and this and that.
Yep.
Like, when are we going to sit down and have some diplomacy?
Us versus them, son. That is the value now. Exclusion is the value. You get your value as a social justice warrior by excluding other people, because it proves how how down you are.
It's
how much work
nerve-wracking.
you
Exactly.
did. Your girl,
You're bringing them down to where you are.
Your bestie, Lena Dunham, a couple days ago, saying that she wished she had a fucking abortion. Did you see that shit?
I did see that.
That's hot.
I gotta hear it though. It sounds like it could have
Why,
been.
though?
It sounded like it possibly could have been a good joke.
A lot of people wish that her.
Was there a
parents had
punchline
an
to it?
abortion. What?
Was there a punchline to it?
I don't know what the punchline. She was
want a
she was
do-over.
basically saying she wished she had an abortion so that she could feel, because she's been fighting for abortion rights and abortion rights her entire life, and then she realized that I don't want to put words in her mouth, but
This is what it
basically-
felt like to me. It felt like, and this is what a lot of people are doing. They want to be a victim. They want to feel some type of
Yes.
oppression.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
you don't
I
have
hate
to
it.
feel the oppression
I
to
hate
be
it.
against
Just do
oppression.
better.
You know why?
Like you
wrong
can
with
stand up and say something is wrong without having to go through it.
Or because
Conditional
here's
bullshit.
you're 100% right about that, but the reason why they want to do it is because that's the only way you're allowed to have an opinion that's valued, right? For example, if you're a marginalized person of society, you can make statements about society, right? As me, a white male, if I say anything about society, the immediate response is, well, you have white privilege, so you don't understand what it is. So you can discredit what I say. But if you're a girl talking about abortion, and you're Lena Dunham, you're pro-abortion, there's a girl in that community that can go, well, you've never had an abortion, so we don't really need to hear
that's why she's
what
doing
you
it?
got to say.
That's dumb.
But I know it's dumb.
That's the
you wanna
dumbest
kill
train
her,
of thought
baby?
in the
That's what we say
world.
every single week here. on this
Allies are
podcast.
allies.
That's why you always call girls dumb, man. You always do that.
I don't
Me?
listen,
Yeah.
At least I don't rape them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This motherfucker out here.
Chris,
I don't agree with either one of those statements, by the way. I think women are very smart, and I would never rape one.
Nah, I
Now,
don't
by
know
the
what the
way,
fuck he talking about.
we do not have to go through oppression to stand up against oppression. You do not have to go through that injustice to stand up against the
Yeah.
injustice.
No
we
shit.
all know right. We all know wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to make a statement like, I wish I had an abortion too. No.
Tell that to
Silly
social
ass.
justice
Wear
workers. Tell that to all the
condoms.
girls who go, I'm not just a feminist. I'm a Latina feminist. I'm not just a feminist. I'm a black Why can't you unite all women together in this unified struggle?
hate each other.
Yes, the struggle of a black feminist is different than the struggle of a white feminist. But guess what? The struggle of an attractive black feminist is different than the struggle of an ugly, fat white
Can we
feminist.
talk about that for a second?
It's
Can we
true.
talk about that for one just
Yeah.
quick second?
Pretty
Just
privilege.
real quick.
Keep it real.
A lot of feminists be complaining about a lot of things.
'Cause
and
nobody
it's
wanna fuck
simply
'em.
because you don't have pretty girl privilege. Let's just be clear
Keep
on
it
that.
real.
The
Nobody
world is
gives a
different
fuck.
for fat girls, man.
It's way different
It
for fat
just
ugly
is,
girls.
man.
It is.
Sorry.
You gotta take
if
a
you're
lot
fat
more.
and ugly, like,
You gotta
like
take a lot more,
we've
man.
said it on this podcast
Hey.
before.
Yeah.
Rick Ross gonna get him some pussy when he was 300 pounds.
Bro.
Yeah.
All right?
Bro.
Gabrielle Cinnabon gonna have a little harder time getting some dick. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're absolutely right. So
she
let's talk
paying like
about
she weigh, though,
privileges
is
there.
okay.
I'm
So
gonna be
it's
honest with you though. I love this white people being the victim shit. I'm not gonna lie. This is
What you
we
mean?
need. Listen, white people have become the victims. All
like,
right.
talk to me, because I need to know about that.
You
Right.
haven't, because
Yeah,
you still
yeah.
cocky as a motherfucker. But it's a lot of
I
white
refuse
people.
to be a victim, bro.
It's a lot of white
I
people.
refuse, man.
They're
That
like,
shit is
why are
pussy."
you white shaming us? Like, it's not our fault about slavery. We don't mean anything bad when we say all lives matter. I love it. Like, let go. Yeah. You know why? Because after this, I think
I'm
everything
missing
could
it.
possibly equal out.
You want to see us walk the plank?
That's it. Go.
You wanna
It's
see us
true.
on the end of the
Y'all
plank?
go over here and be the victims, and I'm gonna be over here with this black privilege. And we, and after about 20, 30 years, it'll all balance out.
I do agree with you, though. I feel like we're just going through a shaking time right now.
It's a TED talk about this.
Yeah.
And I was like, they bugging. But then when you think about it, in 2040 how white people won't be the majority anymore, and it's
Sure.
gonna be a brown society, and they feel like they can't speak out anymore. I can't say anything. I can't say anything without somebody saying I'm racist. It's
true.
Great. That's cool. Let it.
Nothing wrong with
Now we all can feel
No,
it.
we need to speak. That's the problem. The problem is you need to speak. You need
Y'all
to
can speak
speak
in 100
honestly.
years.
Sociable.
You need to.
Shut the fuck up for a little
more
while. All right?
sociable.
Go
Yeah,
be the
yeah,
victim.
yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers have had a good run with the
Yeah,
supremacy
yeah.
and being superior and all that shit in the majority. Let somebody else get this shit for a minute. Y'all will be fine. Trust me. We lived through it.
Bro,
y'all can live
I
through it.
told you I'm not worried about it. I'm going to get mine regardless. I
That's
refuse
it.
to adopt this victimology nonsense, bro. I refuse, bro.
Listen, I
refuse.
Listen, I was talking. They're going by white privilege, babe.
Pager.
Paige O'Donnell, P.O.D.
Paige, always coming in at the worst
Page
time.
on drugs.
The
Paige
worst
on
time.
drugs. P.O.D.
Yo, Paige,
what happened,
Paige?
Paige? Why? White women aren't supposed to have bad
Yeah,
days.
You see this victimology? This pretty white
This is
bitch walks
bullshit.
in here already complaining. You know how nice it is to be pretty and white,
at her.
Paige?
You Schultz.
All right, that
Nice shit.
that
What's her
sounds
name? What's her
racist.
name?
Broke my code. I can't even get
Fuck your coat. Nobody cares about your coat.
How many girls right now pregnant?
There are little
You know how many
Eskimo
girls is
kids that have
pregnant
no
right now?
coats. Okay? There are poor Eskimo babies out there. They're freezing. Look how upset she is. What is that fucking look?
That's that white
That's that look.
victimology,
That's
and I
that look.
love it.
Just
Leave
go
her
listen to
alone.
Wax's favorite song. Baby, it's cold.
What he say? What he
What did he
say?
say?
What he say? What he say?
What did Greg say? Son?
He said,
Greg
"Well,
said she
jerk
got
off
a
your
pregnant
coat."
coat.
Told me I'm a pregnant coat.
No, man.
That is the kind of coat pregnant women wear.
It's a warm
Nah.
coat.
What happened
Say
to your
anything
coat?
with that,
It's
Greg.
broke.
Paige, come here. Bring that privilege over here. What's wrong?
I have no makeup.
Oh, now white women need makeup to be seen?
Shit.
I thought white women were the epitome of beauty. They need makeup now?
Damn, yo.
Yo, show. So who you gonna be having at your new spot? What you got going on?
Yo, shout out to Schultz for finally moving out his
You got
mom's
out of your
house.
mom's
Yeah,
crib.
baby.
You found out you got a dick.
Well, no, I haven't been
You can't have sex in your mom's house. I'm telling
Say
you.
what?
So you wasn't getting too much pussy.
What you talking about?
There's no way you having sex in your mom's house.
Schultz is the only person who lived with his parents and would say things like, "My parents live with me," and his parents would agree with him.
No.
Like he'd walk in the
They
house.
do live
he'd
with
say-
me.
No,
I'm
man.
serious.
But
No, they do.
was you having sex in your mom's house?
Okay, can I explain my setup?
No.
Okay, let me
Was
just
your
explain,
mom in the house when you having
let me
sex?
explain my setup.
That's what I want to know.
Yes, I would. And
You're
let me
crazy
explain,
as
let me
hell.
explain something about my setup. Okay, first of all, my mom goes to sleep at 4:00 in the morning every single night.
Okay.
Okay. She's drunk
my mom.
every night. So basically, I'll walk
not
back
drunk.
home. I'll bring a girl into my house.
Okay.
My mom will be drunk. Okay, drinking a Coors Light, watching Eyewitness News at 2 in the morning, and I will walk the girl. Yeah, wasted. I'll walk the girl in, and my mom will turn around and go, "Oh, hello." Hi. My mom's Scottish, right? "Oh, hello. Hi.
You look different than the one from last night.
She don't even say names anymore. She just go, "Oh, hello, hi. It's nice to. Okay, have a good night, guys."
So you say you get pussy? You get a lot
Say
of
what?
pussy?
No, I don't get pussy at all. I just make out.
Yes, you do. I
I'm
seen
celibate,
you.
bro.
I seen you.
I'm celibate.
My celibacy is about to be over in January, but I seen you kissing that girl in the club that night. You was very nasty.
Why? Why was I nasty? For
Because
that?
she was fat as hell.
First of
Her
all,
whole
neither
face-
kissed a
of
fat
us thought
girl?
that she was fat.
Yo, she had Matt acne all over her face.
Yeah, but it was
yo.
dark.
You were.
It was dark.
Hey, whoa, whoa,
That's
whoa,
Schultz's,
whoa. Hey,
that's
that
Schultz's
got
way
nothing
of
to do
showing
with
he don't really hate all feminists.
First of all,
right?
that's you can't say I'm not feminist.
For real.
This guy was kissing a
Because you,
fat feminist
yo,
with
as soon as the
acne.
lights came on, you was like, what the fuck was I doing?
When the
Like,
lights came on, I felt catfish, so I was out of that situation. But
no, you wasn't.
absolutely,
She was with you on the side of the curb, too.
No, listen, no. She
She
went
came
out
outside
first.
the-
She went out first.
Then you
Stop
followed
it.
her there?
So I did follow her, and then she turned around. She had no top lip, and then it was she did not have a top lip.
I
So
said,
it was
what the
mad
fuck
weird
was you
because when I
doing?
was kissing her, it was toothy, and I was like, "This is maybe she's a
Ah,
weird
you was
toothy
crazy.
kisser."
I'm like, yo, you going in
When
too.
was this?
This is when
On
I
your
took
birthday?
My
no,
birthday.
yeah,
Yeah.
birthday. Yeah, I took him to the
Yeah.
White Boy Club, and it was fun.
Yikes.
After we left
Wax was
dinner.
frightened.
Paige, you went with them
Out
too?
of control. Yeah, she came for a little bit.
She came for a little. She got pissed because she didn't have the privilege. She didn't have a seat. She didn't have a
They kept
seat.
her in the crowd.
Oh, I'm getting champagne poured on me. I have to go.
I had to get the fuck out of the
she
way,
got a
too.
stank ass attitude, trying to cock block me whilst I was out here getting.
That girl was ugly.
Paige don't have as much privilege as other white girls though, because she's pretty, but she ain't got no ass.
She with us.
So now you got them white girls with ass out here.
First of
Word
all,
up.
she got
Word
ass
up.
for a white girl. She don't have ass for like a Dominican or some
No,
shit.
I
Paige
got
gotta
some
have
white
ass
girl.
for a
I got
white
some
girl
white
in
girls that got some
2016.
ass.
Paige got ass for Asian. You're a privileged Asian.
She definitely got
Paige
white
got
ass.
got ass for Asian,
privileged
though.
Asian
You
ass.
definitely
got
got
ass
ass
for
for
Asian, though.
You
Asian.
do. You got
know.
a fat Asian ass. Hey,
And I don't
bring
get your
that
ass,
fat,
Paige. But
bring
for
that
Asian girl, you got
fat
ass.
Japanese ass of yours over here. Talk to us about some shit, Paige.
P.O.D.
fat ass.
Pod with no cast. White girl with no ass. That's my Paige O'Donnell, ladies and
Paige
gentlemen.
O'Donnell. But that's not
Paige
true. You might have a little
O'Donnell.
ass on it, as long as you don't.
Oh yeah.
Listen, as long as you take care of it, it doesn't have hair on
I'm
it.
tell you, we all going to Anguilla
Dimples,
on.
man.
We going to Anguilla from the 29th.
You taking Paige?
Of course.
Damn, yo.
Listen, I'm not gonna listen, ain't nobody gonna run me from my friends. Okay?
Wow.
I got black friends, white friends. Somebody put a picture up of me and Paige and put Charlamagne still ain't learned.
Oh, they hate Paige on my page.
Like
They
Paige
hate her.
ain't been with me for at least 5 years
her.
now. Now you're just noticing. Like I can't first Tommy, now it's like Charlamagne still ain't learned. This is the thing I want to know.
Yeah.
Are we not supposed to talk to white people anymore? Just tell me the rule.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
You're not
up.
allowed to. You're not allowed to
Fucked
talk
up.
to white people, dude.
You just can't talk to white people.
You can't talk to them
What about
because you
have
can't
sex with
trust them.
them?
They could be suspected white supremacists.
Maybe.
They could be suspected white supremacists.
Possibly.
That is the dumbest term
Salute
I've
to
ever
Tariq.
heard in
Tariq's
my
coming,
life.
don't even
Tariq's
know
coming
what
on
that
the Brilliant
is.
Idiots.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a nice fun
I
conversation.
saw Tariq
First of all,
on, I saw Tariq on Tucker Carlson again. I told him don't stop going on that
Oh,
show.
stop that.
You know what? The reason he needs to stop going on the show because Tucker doesn't even care anymore. Now it's just about ratings and viewership
Sure.
and making trying to make Tariq look silly. Like they brought up, and this was stupid on Tucker's part. Tariq's up there, they're talking about white supremacy and Donald Trump's administration, and Tucker Carlson goes, I have an expert from your book. You have a book here called The Art of Macking. And in the book, you talk about lying to get pussy. And so Tariq is like, it's just satire, it's comedy. And he goes, well, how do we know what you're doing now isn't satire and comedy and just trying to get a rise out of somebody? And Tariq goes, because white supremacy ain't no fucking joke. But it was stupid. It was a dumb conversation. It was pointless. I'm like, stop going on that show. Like, now's when you stop going on that show, because clearly they just want to try to get rises out of you, because that had nothing to do with nothing. Even Tucker had to laugh when he was like, so how do we know you're not lying about being upset about white supremacy since you lied to a girl about getting pussy? Tucker, do you not have a dick? That's what I would have said if I was Tariq. You ain't never lied to a girl to get no pussy, Tucker. Like, shut up.
You ever lied to a girl to get pussy?
Absolutely.
I don't think I did.
But that's not my fault.
That's not my wife to get pussy now.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you talking about? You never stop lying to get pussy.
Right. I do like you. Okay.
What do you mean?
You're right.
But that's not our
You
fault.
never
that we
stop
gotta
lying
lie.
to women to get pussy.
We want to tell the truth, but then they won't give us pussy.
Exactly.
So who wants us to lie? You or them?
You tell the truth and you still get pussy.
Who, you?
Yeah.
Because you force it. It's different.
It's
Listen,
not true.
you can
Stop
tell
the
the
stupid
truth.
shit.
You can tell the truth to a girl if you're willing to force her to have sex with you, Wax. That doesn't count. That's absolutely true.
Did any girl ever tell you this? You must have got something on me. I don't know.
Let me tell you something.
We're not talking about rape.
No. I want to say one thing.
Okay.
I want to say one thing about the Tucker. What's the name? Tariq. The Tariq thing. This is hilarious. So last episode, you bring up Tariq getting washed in the interview with Tucker. Yeah. You say, damn, it was embarrassing that he got washed in the interview with Tucker.
I said he got owned like a slave, which was wrong. Which was bad
whatever.
Of me to say.
You said he got owned like a slave, whatever, it doesn't matter. But you bring it up. You say he gets owned by a slave. You get owned like a slave. You say he got washed.
And they tell me stop following you up.
No, I go. I did see that after you told me to check it out. He did get bodied. All of a sudden, this has turned into Tariq need to debate Schultz about this. Yo, Schultz coming for Tariq. This shit is great. Suspected white supremacy. Yo,
this is what we got to stop having. I don't want debates. I want people to have conversations.
That's what I said. I said Tariq is definitely welcome to have a conversation.
I was on Tommy's show this week. I was on Tommy Lauren's show this week. I was on her Facebook. First of all, by the way, Tommy's Facebook really is popping. I know I said that shit. I didn't realize how popping Tommy's Facebook was.
Can we just acknowledge real quick before we change the subject that how absurd that is? That you bring something up, I agree with you on it, and it turns into me taking shots at Tariq. Because
me and Tariq ain't the main event, baby. Black and white is the main event. White supremacy versus black privilege is the main event, baby.
Son.
All right. We want to see you, Tariq, go head up with white supremacy, goddamn.
But I would love for Tariq to come in and have a nice conversation. We could do that. Absolutely.
That's what me and Tommy had this week. That's what we always have. We have conversations.
Yeah.
And it was so weird because she's got the super conservative audience.
Yeah.
Go to her Facebook page. Go look at the comments. It is these people that you would look at who would usually probably be saying some racist shit or some angry shit. They were like, y'all like the way this guy thinks. It was like, yo, it's cool to see them have a civil conversation because this is what happens, right? You and Tariq, if y'all get together and y'all get to arguing and yelling at each other and talking over each other,
so fun.
The audience picks sides.
Yeah.
People were like, I fuck with Schultz. I fuck with Tariq. Schultz is white, so I don't fuck with white people. Like, they gonna ride. Like, you have to be able to have conversations because when the two hosts are just having a conversation, the audience is forced to sit down and listen with the intent to understand, not reply. Because they automatically just want to reply.
But that happened with Trevor and Tommy. They had a conversation, and I felt like people pick sides.
I don't know. I think Trevor and Tommy was a little more aggressive than the conversation.
I think the audience made it seem that way because there was clapping. But if you remove the clapping and it was just the two of them having a conversation, which is what I like about this platform, is that there's not somebody to play to.
Happy holidays.
To root for. Happy holidays, Dwayne.
Trevor started it off by asking her if she was angry, though. That's never a good way to start off a conversation because you automatically put the person you're talking to on the defense.
Again, why is it?
And they got to defend themselves.
Why am I having a conversation with Tariq about this for agreeing with you? Why is this turned into? Shouldn't the conversation between?
Now it depends what we're talking
you
about.
And Tariq.
Now, are we really trying to get somewhere and be civil and like try to get somewhere with race relations in America? Sure. Then y'all should have the conversation.
Absolutely.
But if we trying to get these goddamn ratings and we need these motherfucking numbers on this podcast,
okay,
y'all got to go at it. Okay,
Somebody
got to get bodied.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
So yeah, but no. In other words, I'd like to have him in here to discuss the term suspected white supremacist. I'm very concerned with this term suspected white supremacist because I think that it is cowardly.
It's pussy.
And I'll tell you why it's cowardly.
No, it'd be pussy on the white person's part.
Let me
There's
explain.
no such thing as a suspected white supremacist.
Let me explain. I think it's cowardly on the person who says it. Like, I think people who use the word suspected white supremacists are cowards because what they're trying to do is put the negative life influences of labeling somebody a white supremacist on a person's life without being accountable for calling them a white supremacist. So, for example, if I call Chris Moreau a white supremacist, Morrow, whatever your fucking name is, nobody cares, okay?
Chris suspected Morrow.
It's Chris David Duke right now.
Chris suspected Morrow.
Okay,
he
so if I
suspected
call you
Morrow.
a suspected,
He's really Morrow, though.
So Chris Morrow, if I call you a suspected white supremacist, right, and I say you are a suspected white supremacist, and that turns up in Google searches and all this shit, when you go apply for a job, that comes up in your Google search, and that job's going to go, well, I don't want to hire a white supremacist.
So what is this?
What if the person that you're going to interview with is a white supremacist?
Let me finish.
They're like, this is the type of guy I need on my team.
Let me just get the point out, and then we can talk about it. Let me get the point out, and then we can talk about it, right? So, but if you call someone a suspected white supremacist, you're basically saying, look, he's suspected. I don't know if he's suspected, so I don't want to call him white supremacist, but he's suspected. So what that does is still gives him the negative bias and it primes people to think he's a white supremacist without you having to get the negative backlash of labeling somebody a white supremacist and hurting their lives because you go suspected. So in my personal opinion, I think it's some cowardly shit because you're not willing to be accountable for what you're calling some people. So what is? But
he can't call you a white supremacist without real evidence. So
exactly.
He's saying
but
suspected.
He still wants to call you it because he still wants to call you it, so he goes suspected. So that's my issue.
Oh, he's heard some rhetoric that may raise his antenna that makes him think this guy could be a white supremacist.
This is what we're going to talk to Tariq about because I think, and I've been having a lot of conversations on Twitter about this week, right? Okay. Because once Tariq's tweeted the thing, people said, "Oh yeah, suspected white supremacist Andrew Schultz," and every one of those people, I tweeted back and I go. What leads you to think that I'm a suspected white supremacist? And then they go, well, something you said. I go, well, just tell me something I've said that supports white supremacy.
The internet says you're a white supremacist. You're a white supremacist.
But look. But I go,
I hate black women. So says the internet. That's what it is.
Yeah, but there's tons of evidence for that.
There really is. Shut the fuck up.
I've never seen you even hold hands with a black lady.
No, sure, yeah.
Or kiss a black lady.
You're right.
Listen, and this idea that you have a wife, stop it. I've never met your wife.
Right.
Nobody's met your wife.
2 black daughters, no way.
Nobody's met your daughters.
My mom is Asian.
You live alone. You live alone, Charlamagne. Okay?
My mom is
Asian,
Asian,
alone
bro.
with Paige. You and Paige have been in a relationship for 10 years. You're a suspected white girl fucker.
You're right.
That's what you are. You're a suspected white girl fucker. You're out here fucking white girls all the time. And that's what you do.
You're right.
Okay?
Listen.
Anguilla. I'm going to Anguilla. No, you're going to a nice white island somewhere, okay? With a bunch of white bitches. Some island off of Sweden where it's just you
they got
and
a lot of
white
white girls
bitches
there?
all fucking day.
Anguilla?
Yeah, on vacation, not living there at all.
Which is the way you like it.
Living there?
Caribbean girls.
Yeah.
No.
Hell yeah.
So
Nice.
It's important to be very specific in what I said. Do I think that Tariq is a coward as a person? I don't know anything about Tariq. Do I think it is cowardly to use
No,
the term
you're dancing.
white? No, I'm not gonna call
So he's a
someone.
suspected coward.
No, I'm not going to call somebody. I'm not going to call someone a coward. I'm not going to make a blanket statement about somebody like that. That's unfair to him.
I agree.
I'm not going to do that because I don't know anything about him. All I can
There we
say
go.
is,
You already called him coward.
all I can say is, I think using that term is cowardly because you can negatively affect someone's lives and you feel none of the repercussions of it.
And it's dangerous.
You feel none of the pushback.
It's the same thing I get on Tommy for when she makes comments about the Black Lives Matter movement.
Absolutely.
Or when she makes comments about the Black Panthers.
Absolutely.
Or when she paints Beyonce in the light of having anti-police rhetoric.
Yeah.
You can't say things like that. You know why?
No, do your research.
People
you
don't
have to
exactly.
do your
You
fucking
do your research.
Do your
get
research
all
on the Black Panthers.
There you
Find
go.
out what they stood for. Find out what the vast majority of the Black Panthers
you
were
just
doing
called
for the
me a
community.
Rapist. He called me a rapist all the time. What the fuck?
I have evidence of you being a rapist.
Bullshit.
I have plenty of evidence of you being a rapist. Okay?
Wow.
Powder hitting something from the back.
How you know I wasn't smashing from the back first?
And you walk in
Remember
and
when
be
he
like,
said-
move and just jump on the chick.
No.
Remember
That's
when you
called
said it's
jumping a
not
girl
rape
off.
if it's black women?
No. Whoa. Hey, I had nothing to do with that.
This is why this is
That's
fucked up.
some
I'm gonna tell you why this is
bullshit.
fucked up.
I can't be doing that because
You're a
listen,
suspected black misogynist,
Listen,
bro.
that's bullshit. A girl told me one time she ain't talked to me for 6 months because Charlamagne said I was a rapist. Just got out of jail.
Yeah.
See the bullshit?
And she only waited 6 months was enough
Well,
time.
stop looking like a rapist. Wear bigger shirts. Cut your hair.
Why was you rapist? This is just how rapists
That's
look.
how rapists dress, son.
Rapists wear tight shirts, so when girls grab their shirts, there's nothing loose. You can't rip it off. You can't rip that's the
I
problem.
know.
That's exactly
Dressed like
what
a
that
rapist
is about.
supervillain, bro. Listen, you got a skinny ass outfit on, bro. This is fucked up.
This is right, man. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
The moral of the story, truthfully, is, man, I'm sincere about this going into 2017. And I remember Kobe said this, I don't know if it was before the Trayvon Martin trial or the Michael Brown trial. He was like, I'm not putting on, I think it was Trayvon, because he was like, I'm not putting on the hoodie yet. He was like, I want to wait until I see both sides. I want to see all the evidence. I want to see what actually happened. Like, that's what we all got to start doing. We got to stop jumping to conclusions about things that we see in the news. We got to stop jumping to conclusions about each other. Like, honestly, it's gotten to a point where it's really dangerous.
It is very dangerous.
Because I'm in the, I was at the loudspeaker party.
Yeah.
I walk in the, by the way, first thing Crystal says to me when she walks up on me is, Charlamagne, I should slap the shit out of you.
Right.
I go, Crystal, what's up? Give her a hug.
Productive.
But that's Crystal. Me and Crystal always have these conversations.
Right.
So then I'm talking to her and explaining to her what I meant about the platform tweet, whatever. She got it. Still didn't agree with me, but she understood it.
Sure.
I walk in the back, man, and there was this table of black women. I do not know these women. One of these women rolled her eyes at me like she had an abortion from me. And I mean, had an abortion and didn't even want the abortion. Like, I made her. Like, I'm married. I'm going to give you this money. You're going to have this goddamn abortion. I'm not going to be here for the child.
It's abortion,
like,
or you're getting an uppercut.
Oh. I mean, she rolled her eyes at me so crazy. That's not a good feeling. It's really not a good feeling,
That
bro.
sucks.
Like, that's a terrible thing to put on a person. Charlamagne hates black women. Really? Like, yo, I got aunts and cousins, people that I respect. Like, so what's up? Because all they're seeing is what's online.
It's cowardly. It's cowardly. And let me explain why. Because they affect your life off assumption. Like, when you put something out there, like you don't like black women, right? When you put that out there in the world and people we know are willing to believe stuff with no evidence, right? Just like if Tariq, who has a platform, he has power, if he puts things out there like calling people suspected white supremacists, right? That affects your life, it affects my life, it affects other people's lives.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous
because
rhetoric.
You're affecting the way that they provide for their family. You're affecting the way that they, like, I could be going up for a show or something like that, and then someone do a little Google search and sees that, and then they not want to have a show.
That's the reason I
have
told
family I have to take care of.
That's the reason I told Tariq to stop going on Tucker Carlson show. And the reason I told him is for exactly what you're talking about. I'm like, Tariq, they're painting you to be a black militant who hates white people. That shit is dangerous, bro. I don't give a fuck. It's dangerous. Now, should we hate white supremacy? Absolutely.
Of course.
Should we hate injustice that is being caused by white people? Absolutely. Should we hate the history of white people against black people in America? Absolutely.
Sure.
But right now, for somebody just to say this, just to paint you as a black guy who hates white people,
it's unfair.
It's unfair and it's dangerous to you and your livelihood.
Because
that shit ain't cool, bro.
Because now Tariq could be going up to do a show. Let's say he's doing a show for MTV, and somebody wants to hire Tariq to do a show about, even if it's satire, but macking, let's say, or getting laid or something like that.
What if Tariq is speaking in fucking South Carolina or speaking in Mississippi and he's eating at a restaurant and some dude is like, oh, that's that black dude that hates white people.
Let's get him.
Put something in his food, anything.
Now, they set you up out there.
That's definitely possible, but I'm talking about financially. Like, what if he has the opportunity to do a show on VH1 or MTV, right, about one of his books or one of the platforms that he does? He has this opportunity to do a show, and then they do some sort of Google search on him, and they see these interviews with Tucker, and they say, "Oh my God, it would."
He'll still get a show.
Let me explain.
He'll still get a show.
Let me explain.
It's big business, baby. You see what A&E's got coming out?
Let me explain.
Generation KKK.
Let me just explain.
This shit is big business, baby.
Come on, let me explain, man. So the point is they could see this kind of thing and decide that it's not worth doing business with them. And I've had, major advertising agencies, a buddy of mine just right now, I can't say who he was doing business with, but he was doing business with these guys, and there were some Instagram guys. And the advertising company saw one of the videos the Instagram guys put up, and they're like, listen, we don't want to be associated with this. It's kind of weird stuff, because it was a big brand. And we're like, we don't want to be associated. It's weird stuff. I don't want to have anything to do with it. And this happens all the time. So it's like, Tariq needs to be careful with his brand and be careful of the platforms he goes on. And he also needs to be careful what he says about people, because he can affect people's lives in a negative way. And it's not worth doing that unless you do the due diligence. It's not worth doing that unless you do the research to see if what you're saying about somebody stands up.
It's fucked up because they be like, oh, Charlamagne hates black women. Why do you hate black women? Look what he did to Little Mama. Like, God damn.
Little Mama.
That was 6 years ago.
And Lil Mama's Bow Wow. That's a black man. If anything,
Hey,
that's
I
not
don't
even
agree
close
with
to a
that.
black woman.
But 6 years ago,
get you,
and
folks.
I've
They'll get
literally interviewed hundreds of other black women.
Name one.
I don't know one either.
Kelly Rowland. Oh, you don't know.
Okay,
Kelly
yeah.
Rowland,
Okay,
Patti
okay.
LaBelle, Issa
Okay,
Rae,
you're right,
Lala
you're right.
Anthony,
I forgot about
Yvonne. It's like a plenty. Like, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah,
But,
okay.
and guess what? And guess what? Guess what?
So
Guess
you
what?
can name 4 black women,
Guess what?
and that
Yeah.
means that you all of a sudden love black women, Charlamagne.
Forget that Crystal was on every episode of Uncommon Sense
Yeah.
last season. Okay? Forget Zuri Hall.
You think that you love black
You don't
women.
love black women,
You just love
Charlamagne.
pretty black women, Charlamagne. You never had an ugly black woman on the radio show or the podcast.
By the way, we're such hypocrites with that shit too, man, because like even after the platform conversation, I'm having conversation with other women and I'm talking about, you know, women who could fill that role I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's a true story.
It's
Wax
true.
nose.
It's true. It's true.
I go Crystal and who else did I say? Zelia Bell. I don't know. I forgot who. I just know one of the girls goes, "Ain't none of them pretty."
That's the problem. I ain't say it.
And I'm like, it was another woman.
Another girl.
A woman.
Said-
Not even a girl. A woman who's in her
But sex
40s.
sells, though. Sex sells.
And I'm like, what the fuck does pretty got to do with
You just
any
said it, though.
goddamn
You
thing?
said rating.
Everything to them.
You said rating.
The
Sex
women.
sells.
Everything.
I'm not even.
to them.
I'm literally thinking about intellect. I'm thinking about somebody that's
Nobody
sharp.
wanna hear
I'm
about no
thinking
smart
about
shit.
somebody that can articulate. And by the way, I think Crystal is a beautiful woman. By the way,
World star.
but
That's
this
what I got to do.
this girl goes, she's not
Look at the
pretty. I'm
views.
like,
Listen.
hold on, what is this about? Like, what are we talking about right now?
Listen.
Come on,
first
go-
of all,
go to school
women
if you wanna learn
care
something.
more about looks than we do. I was at a show. I was at a show at the Cellar, and I was talking to some girl in the audience, and we were talking back and forth. And then I was basically trying to say, listen, the first time we have sex with you, that's your most beautiful.
Yeah, you're right.
And then it goes down from there, right? But
Drastically.
if we get to know you and like you, your personality actually ends
Brings it
up going
back.
up.
Brings
So
it
I go,
back.
so if a man is with you and he's your boyfriend or your husband, whatever, it's because of your personality. When I tell you how pissed off these girls were, these girls are looking at me
Oh, they
like,
think it's their pussy?
Boo. They're like, a couple of them are booing. I'm like, are you booing me? Because I'm telling you, you're more than a piece of meat. Like,
Oh,
I'm
listen.
sitting here
Girls are the
telling you-
horniest things in the world.
but I'm telling you,
They're
I
horny
like
as
you for
hell.
your personality,
Did you
and
call
you're
women
mad
things?
at me.
No, I said
You
horny.
just said women are the horniest things in the world.
Yeah, because they got like
All right.
creatures.
Oh,
they
No,
got,
Wax, you have to
Come
call
on.
them tings. Tings.
Tings work.
And it's okay.
Tings work.
listen, why you
Ting,
want
Drake
them after
voice.
me? Why you want them after
Ting.
me? I don't want them after
Ting
me.
is not objectifying.
Nah, they're very
But
horny, man.
Thing?
Very,
How dare
very,
you
Don't you
call
call
me
me
a
a
thing?
thing.
Charlamagne.
Women
By
are
the
When
way,
was the
very,
last
very
time you had a
horny.
black thing on
By-
the radio show, Charlamagne?
By the way, the woman who said that about Crystal was a woman of color. And I said to her, I may or may not tell Crystal this, and I may or may not tell her who said it. No, please, don't do that.
You better not. You better not. Do not do it. Please.
Say it.
That's a blackmail for your
Say
ass,
it.
though.
Who said it?
That's not.
Whoa.
Shut up.
What do
No.
you mean
Say
is that a black male? Like a black male like me, or a black male like black male?
It's like a blackmail for you. Like you could.
You're
always
blackmailing
blackmail.
somebody.
Yeah, you can always
okay.
blackmail.
Got to be
her for that.
technical now. I don't know if you meant like that's a blackmail for
Oh, like you're a
that's something a
blackmail
black man would do.
or a
Yeah.
black male activity.
Hey, what's going on here? What the fuck is going on?
Listen, first of all, it wouldn't be a
Everybody
Charlamagne.
just fucking smoke some weed or something. What's going
No,
on?
listen, we're it's tense right here. Shit
is tense,
fucking
bro.
tense out here, bro.
What's
It's
it?
serious.
fucked
So if it's so
Listen,
tense, why the
we're
fuck you
not-
want this guy to be on the airplane
I'm gonna
talking
start
shit?
counting back from 10 in Arabic.
Nah, all right, well, you'll get your ass beat.
But
the
yo,
fuck up.
seriously, this is the moral of the story going
You
into
might not act up on the play. I don't care if I know you or not.
Listen, this is
I
the
do not play on the plane, bro.
Don't play.
I don't
Yeah,
play
you
on the
talking
plane,
all that
bro.
shit now. You
I
said
don't
that shit
play
earlier.
on the
They've been
plane,
telling us
bro.
don't play on the plane.
That shit's
don't
like the
play.
library, man. You supposed to be mad quiet.
My
on the fucking
dad's
plane.
never put his hand on me.
Same shit.
My dad almost punched me when I was a kid once. We were going on a plane. This is before all this terrorism shit. None of this shit happened. I was taking a surfboard rack. If that isn't the whitest shit ever. I was
Yeah,
taking a
definitely.
surfboard rack into the
You like Zach
TSA shit,
Morris.
right?
Okay.
And they go, "Sir, what is this?" Because it's inside a cardboard. And he goes, "Sir, what is this?" I go, "Oh, it's a rocket launcher."
Oh.
Right, but this is before all this blow up shit. Like, that's some white privilege, right? But this
I'm
is
telling you,
before
I would've
this is
got tackled.
before shit was blowing up, right? Nothing was
Maybe
blowing up.
not.
This I'm a kid. My dad never hit me in my entire life. My dad grabs me, yanks me over, and goes, "What the hell is wrong with you?" He goes, "This is serious stuff over here.
It
Andrew.
is.
This
It
is
is.
life or death situations. How dare you joke around about that shit?"
It's really
I wasn't
not,
even
man.
thinking, and this is before.
So why you taking up for that guy then?
Who?
You took up for the guy earlier. The guy who was talking shit on the plane, the one with the drunk one. Talking about Trump.
No, I
No,
think
he
anybody
said-
belligerent should be taken off the
he
plane.
said that.
My point is, I don't think you should be not allowed to celebrate the person that you voted
Not
for
on the
president.
plane.
Man, when he said,
The librarian
when
will
he
come
said-
kick you out.
I was dying when he said, not only is he my president, but he's your president too, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Sit your dumb ass down before I knock you the fuck out.
Shit,
Not here.
And that's what it should have gone
Not
to.
here. Not here. The
Sit your
librarian
dumb
kick
ass
you
down
out. A
before I
librarian
knock
kick
you
me
the
out
fuck
fucking- Librarian kick me and my boys out the fuck. Same shit.
A librarian kick you
A
out?
librarian.
A
lady.
librarian.
Where's the
Librarian
librarian?
Why are you around lying barbarians? What
librarian
barbarian
lady.
lied to you?
Listen,
whatever.
Now, how the hell are you in a library if you can't even say library?
Because we had to study.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Did
so
you ever
place to
study maybe how to say the fucking word
No, I
of the
was
building
trying
that
to
you're in?
fucking study the girls in the back.
Okay, I got
Yeah,
you.
you don't go to the library to fucking really study. Go in there to have sex.
No,
It's a
people
quiet
go to
place.
study.
Who?
This guy, man.
Can we talk about
a,
that?
Talk about a small worldview. Like Jesus Christ.
Y'all go to the bookstore to read books? That's crazy.
What the fuck is that?
You wear condoms to prevent pregnancy?
I know about that.
I thought you did it so you don't nut fast.
No, that's
do it
really
so I
is.
don't know.
That is the real reason. That's the real reason.
That's the whole trick.
That's the real
Hey,
That's the real reason.
ladies, by
That's
the
the
way,
real reason.
ladies,
Word
if
up.
you ever wonder why a guy will start off fucking with you with a condom, then after about 20 minutes he
dick
takes it
numb
off.
already.
He
Numb
did his
now.
thing. He did his thing. He's ready
He
to
done it
nut.
a couple of times.
He's ready to
That
nut
shit don't
now.
fucking
All right?
matter.
You're like, wow,
Fuck you,
He's been
bro.
fucking me for 20 minutes with a condom.
I'm
Now
not
he's fucking
gonna
me
lie.
raw.
If you are a 9 or a 10, I don't use condoms, bro. The only reason I'm
Got you.
using
Them the ones
condoms.
getting fucked the most.
9 or 10s, the only reason I'm using a condom is to last longer. Is 100% the
Yeah,
fact.
most likely.
Because 9 or 10 is quick. You're coming
If I'm
fast.
fucking you,
bro.
I should. Why need a condom? I'm gonna fuck you anyway.
What?
I'm gonna fuck you. Why I need a condom? Like, why? If you feel like you need a condom,
What are you
why are
saying?
you fucking this person? 'Cause
Wait,
I know you be eating the girls out,
Yeah.
right? So why you putting the condom on after you ate her out? You already got whatever the fuck she got.
No, in your mouth.
Ain't nobody ever caught AIDS through the mouth.
Yeah.
How you know
Nobody
that?
ever
Because you
caught
got teeth.
goddamn chlamydia.
AIDS
on
can't get
radio.
through
Oh,
teeth.
so you telling me like the calcium in your teeth? It helps
You can
out?
chew the AIDS. What's wrong with you? You need to
Yeah,
start
yeah,
reading
that's
more, bro.
sick.
Yo, bro.
This guy don't fucking read.
You need to go to the
You
library
never heard about
and
all
read
this?
up on
That's
some
probably
AIDS,
what the
bro.
fuck it
You
is.
never heard them stories about the motherfuckers eating them out and then the AIDS comes out and then they chew it up?
Chew it up.
Man, y'all gotta be fucking. How AIDS look?
It's green.
It's like a green blah blah.
Yeah.
What you think the discharge for fucking
So
girls with a
so
padding
I
line
know
is
if a
for?
girl got AIDS or something like that.
Say
You
what?
said what?
So as soon as she nut, if it's not green, she ain't got AIDS.
Exactly.
Look at the girl's panty liner.
They chew it up like dolphin wings.
There you go. Look at the girl.
Yeah, that's it.
Greg
Fucking
said they
shit,
chew it
bro.
up like dolphin whiz. I don't know. I don't know why Greg's ever chewed dolphin whiz to know how chewy it is.
Greg is a man.
you remember what
Listen,
Greg
Greg's a
said?
man.
son?
Greg's
You
a
remember?
man.
Did you know what Greg said?
No, what he
So
say?
Greg went to that girl that he slept with in Boston.
Oh,
when
it's
his
hot. He
opening
got some
line
pussy,
was?
though.
Yeah, but his
Got
opening
some
line.
pussy.
You got some. You know what's funny?
Do you know his opening line?
Greg
Yes,
said
that's a
hi.
sandwich.
He goes, "Hi, what's your favorite sandwich?
Mine is
turkey and cheese."
All right, but listen, he got some pussy that night.
He
And I
got some
seen the
pussy.
girl come out the elevator with him with her clothes inside out.
You-
And
you-
then I see her the next week. I see her again.
Oh yeah, looking for Greg.
Nah.
You laughing at that shot he took from half court till it goes
Yeah,
in.
well, that shit went in.
It's like,
That
this shit
went in.
look crazy.
But he
till it
had no
went in.
condoms. He asked me to have a condom. I told him
Chris,
no.
pull up some
And he
Aspen
still went up there.
Yo, you raw dogged it, Greg?
Raw dog, of course.
Of course. He definitely won. He asked me for a condom.
Greg
I ain't
said,
get
of
one.
course not.
I ain't get one. I told him I'm celibate.
All right. Today's episode of Brilliant Idiots is brought to you by Bevel. Don't you hate waking up to find out that yesterday's shave has created today's budding razor bumps? You don't have to experience that anymore when you start using the Bevel shaving system, okay? It's the first and only shaving system designed for coarse, curly hair and sensitive skin. Using a multi-blade razor can leave your skin with awful discoloration, irritation, and razor bumps. I am taking my Bevel blade with me to Anguilla.
Okay.
Because I don't know if I'm going to trust the barbers over there. So even if I don't have a proper bald head, I can at least keep my goddamn face shaven, okay? Bevel is dermatologist approved and proven to reduce and prevent razor bumps, discoloration, and irritation. 9 out of 10 customers come back month to month to make sure they keep getting that Bevel blessing.
That's damn right. So listen, Xmas is right around the corner, okay? This is the perfect Christmas gift. Whatever else you were thinking about getting your husband, your boyfriend, your side dude, your dad, your man crush Monday, dead all those ideas. Bevel is what you want to be getting. And even if there's not enough time for it to arrive by Christmas, just get it for him anyways. Take a screenshot of the order, print it out, put it in some wrapping paper, let him open that and get it. He will be incredibly happy, I promise you. He'll be incredibly appreciative. All right? And if he happens to be Jewish, You got a little more time to make it work because Hanukkah is late this year. The menorah stays lit till January 1st. So remember, that's Bevel for Christmas, Kwanzaa, and Hanukkah. When is Kwanzaa? I don't know. Anybody
Who
know?
the fuck knows?
Nobody knows what days it is. What
If
is
I don't
it?
like,
But what is that?
Okay, the Kwanzaa. Do you celebrate Kwanzaa?
No.
What is it?
you would, the black woman with braids in the room would know when Kwanzaa starts.
Her boyfriend wear thong sandals.
Are you criticizing black women again, Charlamagne?
Here I go.
Is that what you're doing?
Here I go.
All right. Just for Brilliant Idiot listeners, Bevel is letting you enjoy the first month of your subscription for free. Make sure you go to getbevel.com/idiots and sign up today to enjoy that free month. That's GETBEVEL.com/idiots. Can we talk about this MTV video that got all this heat?
Oh, let's hear some of this white victimhood. Go
Can we
ahead,
play it?
Schultz.
Can we play it?
Can we play it? Do we have it?
Yeah. Can you grab
What is it? What is it?
So basically, MTV News put out a video, and the video was titled
White men's New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
White males. By the way, can we talk about the heat that MTV has had over the past week between the hottest MCs in this video? This is the most buzz MTV has had in a long motherfucking time around anything that's not the VMAs.
First of all, congratulations, by the way, because I don't know if any of you guys know this. Probably a bunch of you do, but Charlamagne was the executive producer of the hottest MCs video. Okay.
I was the executive
Okay. Little round of applause right there. We don't have the fancy sound effects that the radio has, but I'll give you a little clap. There you go. Well done. Executive producing television shows on MTV now, and I thought it was a great idea. And while I get this up, do you want to clarify? Yeah, they deleted it.
MTV deleted it? Oh my God!
Wow.
Why would y'all delete that? That's like y'all was getting heat for it. Like
No, because they should have deleted it.
What was it about, though?
Okay. Basically, it was 2017 resolutions for white guys.
What they would say is.
And I think that they deleted the video. But basically, it was... Let me see if I can get it up. I wonder if somebody else took it down. But basically, they said... they listed all, like, the bad things that people that have white skin have done this year. And they said, and they had a bunch of like comics, or I don't know if they were comics, I don't know what the hell they were, but they're basically trying to be funny and saying, like, for example, hey, white guys, hey, dear white guys, this year, please don't put a collegiate athlete's college career in front of a woman that he has sexually assaulted, referring to the judge that let the kid only go do 30 days in jail after he like raped that girl, right? The swimmer. And they're like, white guys.
Jokes. You got to think about. You got to think about it as jokes. It's not jokes.
By the way, the shit was just bad. All right. First of all, the first problem that they had with that goddamn video was if they were going to do white males' New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
How about have white males? Don't have women.
Well, they did have some white males.
No, they were gay though. Like they were gay, like they have, and they were. And I'm not saying that gay men aren't white males. I'm just saying have some straight white males.
Yeah.
That was a point that Tommy said in her thing when she went in on him. Like, yes, have the people that you're talking about on this video, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I just thought it was. I just thought it was stupid. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, first of all, I hate generalizations.
Yeah. Okay.
Period.
The video was absolutely stupid for a bunch of reasons. One, just none of it was funny. It wasn't that interesting.
None of it was funny. It was one long generalization.
But here's the issue, right? Is basically you're attributing all the negative things that people have done this year, right? Not to their character, not to their decision making, but to their race and gender, right?
They're generalizing.
Yeah, but specifically,
they're generalizing white males.
The definition of racism, right? That is the definition
That's profiling.
Of racism and profiling.
That's stereotyping.
You are doing the exact thing that you're telling people not to do. So, for example, a white guy punches a Muslim woman in the face, right? You're attributing him punching that Muslim woman in the face to his white skin, not the fact that this is like a racist or Islamophobic motherfucker, right? His Islamophobia or racism has nothing to do necessarily with his white skin. Having white skin doesn't make you want to punch Arabs or Muslim people, right? Having white skin doesn't want to make you let a collegiate athlete off after he raped a girl. This white skin has nothing to do with it. We're trying to break away from the idea of your skin dictates what you do.
Instead of white males, they should have said suspected white supremacists New Year's Eve resolutions. That's what they should have did. It should have been suspected white supremacists New Year's Eve resolutions. I just thought it was whack. I'm not gonna front. I watched it.
It was awful.
I watched it and I was like, okay, I don't know if I was supposed to laugh. I don't know if it was like trying to get a point across. All I know is I hate generalizations. I don't like
trying to be
generalizations of
funny.
my own people.
Yeah.
I don't like generalizations of women. I don't like generalizations of Muslims. I don't like
Yeah.
generalizations of gays. I don't like generalizations of nobody. That video was one long generalization.
Yeah, people can be
It was
pieces
whack.
of shit, and it has nothing to. Like, I want to get away from this thinking where like you do something because you're black, right? Like, I want to get away from this thinking like you do something because.
I need y'all. I need everybody
Try
out
to do
there.
that all the
I need
time.
everybody
No,
out
but-
there listening to know. And what Andrew's saying is real, but I need everybody out there to know. I don't give a fuck about what you think. You're not gonna put me in a box. I don't. And what Andrew is saying is real because we all have this mentality like, oh, that's a black thing. Oh, that's a white thing. And guess what? Some of that shit may be true.
Culturally, not
Culturally,
racially.
yeah, but a lot of it is just bullshit.
But my point is, there is cultural influences, right? There are black cultural influences that make us want to do certain things. Or
You
white
bought a
culture-
surf rack through the TSA.
A black guy
I don't
never
even know
do
what a
that.
surf rack looks
I
like.
would never
Exactly.
do that in our life.
Exactly. Now, what that is that a white thing?
Yes.
Yes.
No, it isn't.
Yes. White
think-
people dance
hold on.
a certain way.
You think that?
It's not a
no,
black
no, no, no,
person.
no, no, no.
It's not going to
this,
dance like
this
that.
is the fucking problem. This is the problem.
Schultz.
This is what Richard
A
Spencer.
surf rack is
did.
a white thing, bro.
Can I
Come
fucking
on.
explain?
Who's a surf
Come
rack
on,
then?
yo.
Can I
Show-
fucking
Come on, be
explain?
for real.
Can I
For real.
explain?
A surf rack is a white thing.
Can I explain?
The way I
Paige.
dance is
Surf rack a white
hilarious.
thing?
Can I
Yes.
explain?
Yes.
Can I explain?
Chris, surf rack a
White
white
people
thing?
dancing are so amazing.
Oh my God, Chris got to be the new one with all the nuance.
Can I explain?
Chris
Yeah.
said native
Good job.
Hawaiian.
That's what I would say. I would say it's a Hawaiian thing.
Zach
Hawaiians
Morris,
don't
man.
use boards to surf.
Yeah, what, they just on their feet?
They surf
Stomach.
on each other.
No, this is not.
What are you
Stomach.
talking
It's
about?
not that new
about?
movie with The Rock. No. Look, here's the thing. To a guy in Minnesota, do you think he knows what the fuck a surf rack is? To a white guy in Minnesota? To a white
might
guy
think it's
in
a
fucking
rocket.
Montana?
Minnesota,
To a
probably
white
not.
guy in Chicago? To a white guy in any part of Illinois? To a white guy in Alabama? Maybe Alabama on the coast. To a white guy in Texas? They don't know what the fuck a surf rack is. My point is, that has nothing to do with your skin color. It has to do with your culture. If you're a white dude that's from California, right? You know what a surf rack is. That has more to do with the fact that you're from California
What's a surf rack
on the
right now?
coast
I thought it
than
was
it has to do
surfboard.
with the fact that you have white skin. So what we're doing is we're attributing these certain cultural stereotypes to a skin color or race, which has nothing to do with anything. If you're a black dude and you're raised in Hawaii, right, you're going to know what the fuck a surf rack is. Barack Obama knows what the fuck a surf rack is because he grew up seeing them every single day of his life.
What's a surf rack?
Now, he is black, right? So does that mean that he shouldn't know? Like, are you blind to surf racks because you're black?
No, you
Or
shouldn't know.
are you a product of the culture that you're raised in? You were talking about dancing. You're familiar with certain dances because of the culture you're raised in. But if you were raised around a bunch of white people, you wouldn't know how to hit the juju. You wouldn't know how to hit the fucking nene or Millie Rock or any of that shit.
we
Now,
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Would you contribute the juju and the Millie Rock? Would you say those are black dances?
I would say it's black American culture, not somebody who's black from fucking the Congo.
All right, black
not
American
somebody
culture.
Who's London
So surfing, for
Yeah.
me, as an American,
Yeah.
surfing is white American culture.
Now,
I ain't getting that water.
saying that is white American culture ignores the fact that I don't know, 70 to 80, 90% of white people in America don't live on the coast, don't surf. You know what I'm saying? Like to
Stereotypes,
you,
though.
To you, it is because you're not familiar, because you're doing the exact thing we're trying to stop doing, right? You're not willing to look at the nuance of culture, right? Surfing is a coastal activity in warmer water areas, right? So to somebody in Florida, it might be like a white Florida activity. It might be a white California activity. It might be San Diego activity, coastal activity. You know what I'm saying?
Everything you're saying is absolutely right, but when people think surfers and they think gnarly dude in America,
sure.
they think white people.
And
And then if we go beyond the skin color, we go white people from where? Where's gnarly dude? Where do you think that guy lives? You think he lives in Brooklyn?
I don't know.
You think he lives in Flatbush?
I've seen some surfers in the Hudson River.
Gnarly dude. You think guys in Flatbush are going gnarly
I don't know,
dude?
to be
Let's go
honest
check
with you. I
your
really don't. I
waves,
never
bruh.
thought about it. I don't know.
You know damn well that he's from California. That is a
You wasn't from
stereotypical
California. You had-
California, yeah.
accent.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
if I do an accent for you where I'm speaking in like a traditional, I don't know, like not how New Orleans, I don't know how, but I'm like, what's up, Wody? What's up, Wody? Now is all black people use the word Wody?
Yeah.
No. You know damn well what fucking black people I'm talking about.
But that's a black.
What black people are using
slang.
Wody?
From New Orleans.
Exactly. Now,
Yeah.
if I attributed Wody to all black people,
Yeah.
right? Or if I was like, "What's up, my Weeple?"
What's
Weeple
that? I
is
don't know what that
is.
that's
Where's
San Francisco. That's the Bay Area. That's E40.
Black people would just say Weeple?
That's E40. Come on, bro.
Shut the fuck up. I don't know. I don't know if you're
My
Me
point
neither,
is,
me
there's
neither.
different things that we refer to each other from different areas, and there's different activities in different areas. So what we do is, and this is what Richard Spencer gets completely wrong. He attributes everything to race, to our skin color, and not to our culture. But if you raise people in different cultures, they will speak the language of that culture. They'll be down with the customs of that culture, and they'll be down with the.
Well, this is the problem. That what you're saying is absolutely right. But see, you're looking at the nuances of it. When you look at just regular mainstream media, not somebody that's reading or somebody that's really digging and figuring things out. Just plain as day, third grade, boom, turn the TV on. They give it to you in extremes.
Yeah.
This is black. This is white.
Sure.
White people do more of this. Black people do more of that. Everything is stereotypes. Everything is profiles. Everything is
But
generalizations.
it's already changing, and that's why we need to accept the culture change.
Is it really, though?
Let me tell you why it is. Because when I was growing up,
Is it changing in mainstream America?
because
When you turn the TV on.
Yes, it is. Because when I was growing up, who wore skinny jeans?
Everybody.
No. When I was growing up, white kids wore
not
skinny
true, though.
jeans. Black kids wore baggy
Nope,
jeans.
that's not true.
Yes, it was.
You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. This
You
is before
was
my
at-
era.
Can I tell you
in
why?
the 80s?
Where I
in
am
the
at,
80s,
in New York
Run
City.
DMC, NWA.
dudes
No, in the
were
80s.
wearing Girbaud jeans.
No, in the
Levi's.
80s they were wearing tight ass Levi jeans.
Levi's, Carhartt.
Everybody.
Right.
And it's funny because
You're
Duval
older than me.
was just talking about this when Duval was on Twitter the other day, and he was talking about how
The
we
Soul
clowning
Train
these
line.
kids
What
for
are you
wearing
talking
skinny
about?
jeans,
Sure.
but everybody tried to channel Prince back in the day. Go look at an old episode of Soul Train.
Yeah.
The tightest,
Come on,
most
Jerry.
most maggoty attire
That's not
you could
true.
ever see.
Again, I wasn't raised in the 70s, right? So I don't know about that. I was raised in the 90s and the 2000s, right? So in the 90s and 2000s,
Baggy jeans.
Baggy jeans.
Everybody to me though.
I wore baggy jeans too.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
everybody.
saying. That was everybody.
But
It was
why
style.
did I wear baggy jeans where some other white kids didn't? Because
Good.
I was
It was
influenced by
gnarly.
the culture that I was around, and
Yeah,
the culture
yeah, yeah.
I was around with the dominant culture was hip hop culture, black culture. So I'm the example of what happens when you have a skin color that doesn't match with the culture you're raised in. You still gravitate to the culture. If I was
So
walking
you
around
was a
New York
suspected
City,
wigger back then.
absolutely, I
Okay.
still get it to today.
Okay.
Because what people don't understand is it's not a choice. Like, I don't come from a long lineage. Like, both of my parents are outcasts. My mom's an outcast from her family. My dad's an outcast from his family. So I wasn't raised with this culture that was handed down to me. They were like, yo, figure it out. Like, whoever you hang out with, do that shit. So it's not like I had a choice of what to wear. All my boys dress like this, so I dress like that. Because you are a product of your environment. You guys came from environments where you fit into the product, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? You fit into the environment. It was natural for you to dress that way. But for me, I guess it was
It
a little
wasn't
bit
natural
odd.
for me. It was something that I actually evolved into, and it was more of a survival technique. I actually talk about that in my book, Black Privilege.
That's good.
Opportunity Come to Those Who Created, April 18th, 2017.
Pre-order now.
You can pre-order now at cedarbook.com or on Amazon. #1 bestseller, hottest new release right now. But yeah, I talk about that in my book. How growing up, I didn't think about dress. I used to wear a fucking fanny pack and fucking jeans that fit and
Whoa, what's a fanny pack? What's
glasses.
What's a fanny pack?
But the shit you used to wear around your waist.
Man, that's a the fuck is that?
Fanny pack.
a great
but as I
prank
got
is, by the
older,
way?
but as I got
Real
older,
quick, great prank with
Nerds.
fanny pack is what you gotta do is cut a little hole in the fanny pack and then
Put your meat in it.
Put your meat in it, and then
Yeah.
you'd be like, ask a girl, like,
Yeah,
yo, if you
open
take
it
my
up,
wallet
okay.
out, my hands are
Yeah,
sticky.
Rape culture. Rape
It
culture.
wasn't for that. What you put in it?
That's pencils and shit like
That's
that.
for your
Quarters,
meat, man.
money.
That's for your meat,
Rape
bro.
culture.
What I'm
Rape
talking
culture.
about.
Put your
But I'm
meat
saying
in
all
there,
that to say,
bro.
I didn't start dressing a certain way until people were telling me allegedly the way I was dressing was wrong.
Yeah. And why was it wrong? Because it wasn't
what
conducive
they
to the
was
culture.
doing.
Yeah, but
That's the problem. I don't give a fuck what everybody else is doing. I'm gonna do me. I'm going to live my life.
Now, here's my
So you
question.
telling me I shouldn't have cut up my nephew thong sandals? I didn't like the way he was wearing them shit. So I took.
I think you
cut
should
them
stop.
shits up.
Yeah, I mean, let him wear whatever the fuck he wants to wear. But the point is, like, if
Cut
you
him
grow up, in like a tribe in the Amazon where everybody's naked, right? And you're a black dude, but you actually just grow up there. It's not like you're gonna have this like deep-seated inclination to like find PRPS jeans. You don't know what PRPS jeans are, so you're not gonna wear
That's
them.
anything in life,
Yeah,
bro.
we went to Heaton
It's all about
the first
education.
beginning.
My point is,
Then
you're
I
a
started taking my
product of
shit
your
off.
environment. You're a product of the culture that you live in, right? And that's why we got to get away, honestly, from this race shit and just talk about culture. Once we talk about culture and we are critical of culture and celebratory of culture, that's fine. Culture is something that we make a choice about and we make
But
decisions.
it's almost impossible.
Race isn't.
It's almost impossible to have conversations about. Well, no, you can have conversations about culture, but it's still going to come back to race because, truthfully speaking, white supremacy could be considered a culture. It was. Slavery was a culture. Segregation was a culture. Even though these were things that, were laws and shit like that,
They were
were
part
still a
of
culture.
American culture,
They were part of
yeah.
an American culture. And that's the thing.
So let's criticize it.
America's culture is deep rooted in racism.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Look, so what we do is we go back and we go, okay, these things were wrong, right? Segregation is wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know for a fact that not only is segregation wrong, but racism wrong, slavery. We know these things. We know these things are wrong, right? They tried to use race to justify it, right? They were like, oh, black and white people aren't equal, so we shouldn't have us together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once we know that if you take a black dude and raise them in a white family and take a white dude and raise them in a black family, they will be products of that environment. We know that they're equal. So once we know they're equal, then we can get out these ideas of race. The fact that we keep these ideas of race continuing.
No, man.
No, absolutely.
I mean, what you're saying is absolutely true, but it'll never be equal because you're still going to have a group of poor and disenfranchised black people from the projects. You're going to have a group of poor and disenfranchised white people from the trailer parks. Like everybody's
Sure. So
not
let's
on
attribute
equal
that
plane.
to their being
Now, if
poor
you-
and
now, if-
disenfranchised,
now, if you-
not to their race.
Yeah.
Once
but-
we stop talking about race and we start talking about the effects of culture.
But all of that
Yeah.
culture is what put some of those people in those positions.
Absolutely. And then we can talk about that. And we can talk about the influence of that in the culture. Like the culture, right? Like Black American culture has deep-seated roots of oppression, right? Deep-seated roots of oppression and violence on the behalf of white people in it. You cannot deny that, right? So when we look at culture and we go, oh, this is why this culture is maybe different from this culture is different than this culture, because there are deep-seated roots of oppression and violence.
I'm going to be honest with you. I shouldn't be having this conversation with a suspected white supremacist, okay? Because I don't know what your agenda is, all right?
My point is, but do you know what I'm trying to say? My point is, what I'm basically trying to say is, yeah, we can talk about culture and we can talk about why culture is a certain way. And anybody who wants to go, oh, this culture has black culture in America is the way it is and it has nothing to do with racism is lying.
We should just talk about good and evil, right
This shit
and
ain't
wrong.
a cartoon.
It
we
really
gotta
is,
talk about
though.
we gotta talk about
Reality.
real shit, man.
Yeah,
We gotta talk about real
But
shit.
doesn't it all boil
It can
down to
be
just
reality.
what did we talk about when we talked about the Bible the other day? And we talked about biblical stories.
Yes.
And how biblical stories are written. They're basic.
Everybody
They're
should-
stories of triumph,
Yeah.
underdog, David and Goliath. Are there good and evil?
Yeah,
God said, don't do this, Eve. Eve did it anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So when she did it, consequences happened.
There's a guy named Jordan Peterson. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast, the Joe Rogan Experience, and it's a long interview. But if you can find the YouTube clip, I'll put it up on my Twitter. It's Andrew Schultz is the Twitter, SCHULZ, and it's
Just Google suspected
it
white
is
supremacist.
Can you stop doing this? Okay.
That's how I feel about when you call me a
If
racist.
I hate black women,
That's how I
you're
feel.
going to be a suspected
Yeah,
white
I'm a racist.
supremacist.
Whatever
You
that
hate
word
black
is,
women.
And you're a
it is.
suspected white supremacist.
Who sleeps with more black women, me or you?
Me.
Me. You sleep with one.
I married one. Trump that.
Yeah, you married one. Exactly.
And made
Married
two
one.
more.
Exactly.
You
We
don't
don't
talk
even
about
know.
black-
We don't even know. I haven't seen any of these girls. I haven't seen any of these daughters. I don't know.
How many
anything
black
about
women
that.
are you having sex with?
Say again?
How many black women you having sex
I
with?
told you I'm celibate.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
I like
absolutely
the fact
celibate.
that upsets you, though.
It should upset me.
It should upset you.
Look, I take racism
Because,
seriously.
by
man.
the way,
No, you don't.
I don't. You can call me an Uncle Tom. You can call me a coon. You can say
Yeah.
I'm bleaching. No, none of that shit bother me. Saying I hate black women, that shit bother me. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah, 'cause it's
Come
true.
kick
Yeah.
me the fuck off.
They gonna
Because
come-
it's
they
true. It
coming
hits you in
after
your
you.
core.
No, because it's
They
just
don't play with
stupid.
you, man.
And somebody asked me a good asking
You don't
idiot, and I'm
want
gonna
the
answer that in a
phone
minute because it
Let me
kinda,
ask you a question. Is
Yeah.
the reason why you hate black women because you're jealous of their eyebrows?
I got way better eyebrows than 98% of black women. Okay, let's be clear. And this, I don't know if
You
this isn't a
better
stereotype.
Stop it
Black
now.
women.
Don't let him ollie you. For some bullshit.
98% of all black women draw their eyebrows on. Mine are natural. Okay,
You keep that shit
Let's be
up.
clear.
He throw you out.
Yours are drawing on right now. You got some fill in yours. I can see. I come over there with my thumb and I lick it. You smear black stuff all over your forehead. All right. Okay, let's pay these bills and come back and do some asking idiots.
Okay.
All right. Squarespace. Haven't heard from these guys in a while.
Shout out to Squarespace.
This podcast is sponsored by Squarespace, one of the Brilliant Idiots' greatest supporters in 2016. Salute to Squarespace for the support, man. Whether you need a landing page, a beautiful gallery, a professional blog, or an online store, it's all included with your Squarespace website. Is Brilliant Idiots merch Squarespace?
We hope so.
I think it is. Why Squarespace? Because it's easy. So easy, even a brilliant idiot can figure it out, no problem. Creating your website with Squarespace is a simple, intuitive process. You can add and arrange your content and features with the click of a mouse. Another great reason, custom domain. Squarespace makes adding a domain to your site simple. If you sign up for a year, you'll receive a custom domain for free for a year. Tell them the third reason, Schultz.
I mean, look, the third reason is beautiful templates, right? You design a best-in-class online store with Squarespace's award-winning templates, customizable settings, and more, all without a single plugin. Start your free trial today at squarespace.com and enter offer code IDIOT to get 10% off your first purchase. Squarespace, set your website apart.
All right, let's do some Asking Idiots. At GNYX1 wants to know why black people feel the need to help a certain group of people that don't give two shits about black people. I don't understand what the fuck you're talking
Yo, who's
about.
picking out these questions, man?
I really don't even know what that means.
Who's picking these questions,
that makes
bro?
no sense. All right. But if I had to answer your question or attempt to answer your question, I would say that I just think that black people, we're a very forgiving people. We're very naturally a loving group of people. We like everybody to have fun. We're very inclusive of a lot of different people, more so than people historically have been inclusive of us. That's just the way we are. I mean, you look at something like the Emmanuel AME situation. Dylan Roof walked in there, and I mean, that shit will never happen again if you're smart. If you actually, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But Dylan Roof walked in there, and they didn't know him from a can of paint, but they prayed with him, and they sat with him, and they kicked it with him. Yeah. You let a black person walk into a white church like that, somebody's gonna say something. Keep an eye on them.
You know who's the most forgiving? I think black women. And
without question.
They've forgiven your fucking hate.
No, they haven't.
Your hate.
No, they
for
haven't.
Your vitriolic hate
black women, no, they
for
don't.
years.
No, they haven't.
Okay? There's a beautiful black woman in this room right now, and it pains her to look at you.
You don't even know her name.
I do.
No, you don't.
Shaniqua.
She's your intern, and you don't even know her name. That's how much you care. That's how much you care about black women.
Listen, I care about black
What you
women.
need to do is get you a nice little white assistant named Paige. Okay.
I got a white assistant named Julie. I got a nice white assistant.
And if you forget her name, you can always say Paige. Paging Paige. Paige.
What is your name, sweetheart?
Katira.
What is it?
Katira.
Katira.
It's a beautiful.
Just as black.
What is?
Katira is one of the Infinity Stones. Okay. Katira is on the next Guardians of the Galaxy.
Like a sword in the Japanese movies. Pass me the Katira. Chris, I'm sorry for making Asian jokes. I apologize, Chris, on behalf of all Asian people.
By the way, Chris is a testament of a great human being because Chris has thrown his heritage in the trash to embrace another one. Chris is a Jewish man who does not give a fuck about Jewish people. Chris is all about Asian culture.
He's 100% Vietnamese.
All right. Chris can't tell you shit about Jewish people.
No.
But China, he tell me about Chinese dictators I never heard of, Asian Holocaust I never knew happened. Chris is all in on Asian culture. Okay?
What happened? Why are you so self-loathing? Why do you hate Jews, Chris?
What?
Why do you hate Jews? Charlemagne hates black women. You hate Jews. Why
and you
do
hate black people.
Themselves? I hate white people. Okay? I'm a suspected white racist. What is it called when you hate white people?
Can I just say one thing on the self-hating Jew thing?
Yeah.
No one's allowed to criticize Jews, right?
Uh-huh.
If anyone who's not Jewish tries to criticize Jews, they get shut down for being anti-Semitic.
That's the way it should be.
Right, but so it's on a Jew to keep other Jews honest. I'm just trying to keep Jews. I love Jews. It's fine. But they're not perfect.
Name 5 Jews.
I have the Charlemagne descent. It's my mother, my late grandmother.
Chris Morrow doesn't know.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you though, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I've always known the power of Jewish people. I didn't see it the way I thought I was gonna see it this year, bro.
What happened?
There's no way Steve Bannon should be in the motherfucking cabinet with Donald Trump, bro.
Son, Jews love Steve Bannon.
Really?
Yes.
No, they don't.
Yes, he worked at Goldman for years.
I saw a lot of Jewish people going against him.
No.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. Jared Kushner.
Do you know what Steve Bannon said about Jewish people?
Jared Kushner. Do you know who Jared Kushner is?
Yes, he's in Donald Trump's cabinet too. He's his son-in-law or some shit like that.
He's the son-in-law.
Yeah.
He's his son-in-law because he's Ivanka's husband, but he's also deeply involved in the campaign and getting him elected. And his father is a very powerful real estate guy that Christie put in jail in Jersey, and that's why Christie's out of the situation right now. But Jared Kushner is a devout Jew, right? Like I think he's modern Orthodox Jew. He's like very serious Jew. And if he felt at all that Bannon did not like Jews or was against Jews in any certain way, there's no way that he would have been.
Okay, you're naming one.
Into the cabinet.
I'm telling you that it was other Jewish people. I agree with him, but it was other Jewish people who was making noise about Steve Bannon.
Do you know where this comes from, real quick?
Yeah, when Steve Bannon said that he didn't want his kids to go to school with Jewish kids.
But do you know where that came from? Context is very important.
Where'd it come from?
It came from a statement his wife made in their divorce. So when you're going through a divorce, which you will soon because you hate black women, when you're going through a divorce, you try to do character assassination, right?
Of course.
So that you can get more time with your kid. I'm sure they were trying to do that for your not wife, but I'm sure your girl was trying to do that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, fair enough. You can't talk about, but they try to do character assassination so you can get more money from the husband and you can get more time with the kids. You want the custody of the kids, so you try to make that person look like the worst human being.
some
you could
bullshit.
possibly.
Right.
You never trust anything that a husband or wife says in a divorce case.
He might be, but you know what I hate, man? I hate how Andrew can
And-
defend everybody except for black people in Muslims.
All I do
I
is-
don't want to talk to you.
all I
You're a
do-
suspected white supremacist.
Listen,
I don't want to talk
all
to you.
I do is defend. All I do is defend my beautiful black queens.
Listen.
That's all I can. Listen, Katira.
That's
let me
all
just
it
tell
takes.
You, let me
That's
just
all
tell
it
you.
takes. I can do that shit all day long, and
but
y'all don't
you
want to hear it from me.
But you don't. So you know, do you? You choose not to. You appropriate their eyebrows, but you don't want to be there for them when they need
Listen,
you.
before we continue on with Asking an Idiot, I just want to say this real
Katira,
quick.
thank you. I just want to say you look lovely
Black-
today. Okay, God.
This, you
Black
know,
queens
you know,
gave the
you know how
world-
black women always say that they're ignored.
Are you gonna
come here,
generalize
Katira,
to
Katira,
black
come here,
women?
come here, Katira. Let's talk about this real quick before we move on with Asking an Idiot. Do you know?
Katira's been here for a month. This is the first time that Charlamagne has asked Katira's opinion on anything.
Or my name.
Do you
or
know?
your name. Wow! Wow!
Katira, do I not? Katira,
Wait a minute.
Katira,
It's true.
do I not always speak to you every time I see you?
You do.
Katira, Katira,
No, but you do mess with me.
Katira, do I speak to you every time I see you?
Yeah, you do.
But
Always.
you never asked your name, right?
No.
Never once.
I have. I just forgot it.
Today, he did.
I've asked your name before,
Stand on that
Katira,
side,
so.
sweetheart. Stand on that side.
But this is my thing, right?
So,
Black
so
woman-
you never. Let's just. I want to get to the bottom of this.
Okay.
So you never ask it that this beautiful black woman is in the room.
I've
with
never
us.
asked you your
This-
name until
The
today.
first day I came here, you did.
this
Exactly.
shining light. Literally, when I walk in this
No,
room,
listen to what she
I
said.
literally feel light.
Listen, you suspected white
light from you.
supremacist.
I feel light.
She specifically
And this,
said,
this black man.
I asked her the
doesn't have
first
the
time.
time of day to ask a beautiful black
You
queen
just said-
what her name is.
Fox News. What did
You
I
call
ask you
her
the first
queen.
day?
First day.
Yes.
What did he say?
Forgot it.
Absolutely.
You
I
always
forgot.
forget names, though. It's
I
okay.
always. And guess what? It's rude to
It's
keep
okay.
asking somebody.
You know
their
whose name he didn't forget? Tommy Lahren. You know whose name he didn't forget? Paige O'Donnell.
Yeah.
You know whose name he didn't forget that? But when a beautiful black
Paige,
woman
how
is
long
here,
it took for me to
working
learn
for
your name,
free,
Paige?
working for free, trying to help
Paige,
you
no,
with your career.
Paige, Paige, how long it took me to learn your name?
He just called me all kinds of different things.
Paige, can you come closer?
It's okay.
I'm bad with names, period.
Yeah,
Okay?
names suck.
Yeah.
Like, I can't pronounce them.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't remember them.
Okay.
Even
But
streets and stuff. I don't know
I remember
shit.
people.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I'm just not going to be as silly as Wax and label
Guy with
people
the
like
big head.
Foot. Yeah, guy with the big head. You know, I'm not going to do that.
All I'm saying
He's
is,
extra.
we got to show a little bit more love for our queens.
No, come
man.
here,
We
Katira. I want to
really
ask you a
do.
question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Black women are always
Look at that
saying-
smile. That's a
Listen,
beautiful-
black women
that's
are
a
always saying how they
beautiful
feel
smile.
ignored, right?
Yeah.
In society.
Yeah.
Y'all ignore each other. And I'm going to tell you why I say this.
Yo, just like you to criticize
I don't
black
care.
women.
I'm going to tell you why I say this.
Why
Because
don't you ask a black woman
because
why she feels ignored?
Because I shouldn't have to sit up here and tell you all the different black women I've put on my platforms or black women I've interviewed. I shouldn't even have to say that. First of all, that's a mute conversation. But the fact that you can see one white person and that
Discredits
neglects
everything.
and discredits any black woman I've ever stood by. Why you never pay attention to? This is a true story. The lady from the Root, I can't remember her name. Sorry, I just really
Another
can't.
black
Yeah,
woman?
I can't. Yes,
Interesting.
She wrote an article.
Convenient,
I'm sorry.
isn't that?
She wrote an article
Yeah.
and she said that.
Yeah.
The only black feminist I've ever had on Uncommon Sense is Jamela Lemieux. And this is a big point to me because Crystal was literally on every episode of Uncommon Sense last season. Every episode. You ignoring yourself. You're ignoring your own.
They hate each other.
Now, I'm not going to say all that. I'm just going to say you're ignoring your own. That's all I'm going to simply say.
But maybe she meant as a guest.
Jamela Lemieux and Amber.
You also had two dope queens. You also had
I have Phoebe on all the
Phoebe
time.
on, yeah.
Like I have
Shout out
Zuri's.
to
I don't
Phoebe.
think Zuri's a black feminist, but Zuri's on all the time. Like it has nothing to do with it. That's just a silly conversation to have. But Jamela Lemieux and Amber was on the Breakfast Club. Do you know how many women DM'd me saying I need to have real black feminists on? Like that's it's just
Satisfied,
you're
though.
never
Never
satisfied. It's silly.
That's,
It's
sucks.
ridiculous.
It sucks.
Let me ask you
We
this
ain't got
question.
time for that shit.
Do you think that
No one
fact
asked
that-
her what she thinks about that. Stop
Well,
interrupting
I
the
just
black
want to
woman.
ask you if your opinion
No,
real quick.
black
and then
woman
we'll get
first.
To her. Then we'll get to her.
Stop it, you white supremacists.
Can I just
Suspected white
listen?
supremacists.
I'm sorry. Just give me 1 second. Please, my
You've
queen.
had 400
My queen,
plus years.
My queen, please give me 1 second. My queen. Thank you, my queen. I appreciate you, my queen. You know what I mean? Thank
Y'all
you for
fall
giving
for the
us
white
this
man.
earth.
Y'all are butter in
Thank
the
you
white
for giving
man's
us this
hand.
earth that we walk
Y'all
on.
so hard
Thank
on
you for
us,
giving us
but
this
butter
food that
in
we
the
drink.
white
Thank you for
man's
giving us
hand.
this water that
No,
we
that's
drink.
not true.
The
Y'all
do
nutrients
hate
of our
us.
life,
Y'all hate
the
us.
nourishment and the
That's
care.
not true.
Thank you, my
You know how many
queen.
times?
Pizza.
You know what I heard
Thank
the other
you.
day talking about?
God bless you.
Men of the second within black
Oh,
women's
Amber said
death.
that. Yeah, the black
What
woman.
the fuck is that?
What did she say?
What the fuck
What'd she
is
say?
that?
Amber said black men are the second leading cause of black women's deaths.
What the fuck are you talking about?
She was talking about domestic violence. I looked up the stat. It was a stat from 2013. I think it's like between the ages of 15 and 19, domestic violence. But see, that I got to look a little bit deeper because I don't even know if it was just domestic. Like, I don't see how they broke
Hey,
down
Paige.
black men.
Get the fuck out of here, yo. All right. Sometimes you got to kick a white
What do
bitch out the room so a black woman can shine. I'm tired of this white bitch trying to steal her shine. We're talking to a beautiful black woman and Paige just walks right across the camera.
So you
trying
calling
to steal
women?
her
So you
shine.
calling women bitches?
White
Yeah, I
ones?
hear you.
I'm calling
Get
white.
'em.
I'm
So you-
calling white.
get 'em.
Black women are
Listen,
queens.
don't
bro.
Hillary yourself.
Get 'em.
Black women are queens.
Don't
Get 'em,
Hillary
girl.
Get some
yourself.
hot sauce.
Don't
Can
get 'em
we
no
get some hot
pussy.
sauce?
Don't lose your white audience catering to these Negroes.
Don't get him no more pussy.
These Negroes can't get you in the White House, buddy.
No, all the white people listen to that. She'll see fucking around.
All right, now what do you think?
I'm sorry. The question was.
See, black women don't even
He
care
didn't
enough.
even ask
They
you a
don't even
question.
care.
He didn't ask you
What
a
was the
question.
question?
The question he didn't ask you.
I'm
but I
saying,
think,
why do y'all ignore each other?
See, she hate us.
Why do y'all ignore each other?
Come talking
Why
to
do
the
y'all
mic.
ignore the black women that are in positions doing great things? When black women are in positions, you seem not to acknowledge them, but you're so quick to point out a white woman who's in position and not even give a black woman the credit that she deserves.
I think
Like, y'all got on me because y'all said
You
I
gotta
discredited
talk-
them, but I feel like
think we're very jealous. of
Talking
each
to the
other.
mic. Talking to the mic.
Yes.
We're
Katira.
very jealous of each other.
Why is
Really?
that?
Because it's like
'Cause you
all
have
right,
so
you
much-
have another black woman doing something that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, damn, I wish I was in her shoes. So that's why I'm gonna kick her down
So it's
because
envious.
I'm not there. Exactly.
You got to speak into the microphone
Oh,
closer.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So yeah,
And that's
why.
totally fine. So you're jealous because there's so much black girl magic. You're like, oh my God, how could I compete with that magic?
by the way,
Black women are so magical. Sometimes
Zori
you're
Hall.
blown away by your
By the
own
way,
magic.
Zori Hall and
I feel you on
Francesca.
that. I do feel. No,
By the
tell
way,
me, can we
listen-
acknowledge how
No, but it is
special
true.
black women are for one
We're
second? Can we
very
at least have a
jealous of
moment?
each other. We're very jealous of each other.
We say that all the time about it, y'all.
Because you have
It's
to
very
understand the
true.
jealousy. So you don't understand the jealousy because you
Well,
don't like
yes.
black women. But when I see black women, I get the jealousy because I'm like, oh my God, there's so much beauty here. Clearly, there's going to be some jealousy. You like
So
you
you trying to
look
get
at
some
you
pussy
look
from
at
a
a black
black
woman,
girl.
you're like, oh my God.
So-
I'm jealous.
So all you're doing is
I want some of
you're
that
just,
beauty.
You're just reducing black women to beautiful objects.
That's it. You're trying to have sex with a
you
black
assume
girl.
beauty is just physical beauty?
You're a supremacist.
I look at a beautiful mind.
Ooh.
I look at a beautiful heart. I look at beautiful language. I look at beautiful soul.
Look at you just falling for the
Trying to
white
get some
man's
pussy, yeah.
technology.
Trying to get some pussy
Look
from a
at-
black girl.
You just
Listen,
falling for the
first
white
of
man
all,
technology.
I do
She,
not-
she actually got a man.
I'm
She actually
good,
got a
I'm
man.
good.
I don't
You got
refer
a black
to
man or
black
white
women's
man?
vaginas
He's
as
Puerto
pussy.
Puerto Rican.
He wear thong
Get the fuck
sandals.
out of here.
He wear
You know
thong
what? I don't want to
sandals.
talk to you.
How dare you?
He wear thong
How
sandals.
dare
An
you do this?
uncircumcised white
Thong
jean
sandals.
wearing Puerto Rican.
No.
He wear
Listen.
thong sandals.
You got to be down for the cause.
Do he wear
yo.
do he wear thong sandals?
No, he does not. You keep saying that, and I keep telling you no.
Do Puerto Rican men
Wait,
age
what
like
kind of Puerto Rican?
women?
Is he a white Puerto Rican or black Puerto Rican?
White Puerto Rican. I seen him. I seen the picture.
He's Puerto Rican.
But white or black?
What do you mean by that?
Well, who does he look like? Does he look like Enrique Iglesias or does he look like Daddy Yankee?
More like Daddy Yankee.
All right. Well, no, Daddy Yankee's kind of light. Who does he look like?
He
David
likes the white
Ortiz,
guy.
or does he look like Julio Iglesias?
Do you like Schultz or do he look like me?
Mark Anthony? Is he Mark Anthony or is he Wax?
No, it's definitely not wax.
Oh, he's not.
I don't look
He
Spanish
doesn't
at
wear
all.
No, he doesn't wear tight t-shirts.
No, he wear thong
I'm gonna be
sandals.
honest
he
with you.
doesn't.
He wear thong
What's your
sandals.
name? I know it's K something.
Katira.
Katera. I'm gonna be honest.
Keisha.
Wow,
Shaq,
Katira.
Keisha.
Okay.
Shakisha.
No, I listen to my
Katera,
black.
I'm
I
gonna
listen
be
to my
honest
black
with you.
queens,
I'm gonna be
yo.
Katera.
He just
I listen to my black
Katera, I'm
queens.
gonna be honest with you.
Him?
I listen
I'm
to
gonna be
my
honest
black
with you. I don't know if
queens,
it's because
man.
you're a black woman or not, but you're slowing the podcast down. You need to go sit back over there. We don't
Wow. Let me tell you something, Let me tell you something. If you were Dominican, you'd be sitting there the entire episode. That's for damn sure.
Is that
Speaking
Dominican?
broken English.
Speaking broken ass English. The entire Charlamagne, I think the most
Hookah.
important thing for
Hookah.
Christmas, the most important thing for Christmas is we love each other. I think love is very important for Christmas.
Let's run through some of these Asking Idiots, okay? This is Derek J903. Derek wants to know, why do women hoes with 5 kids and 7 baby fathers judge everyone other than themselves? They're hoes. Like,
they're hoes.
Who the fuck with
Come
hoes?
on, why are you picking the whack questions? Can we talk about
Now
the
you got a
running
lot of
back that
child
punched
support
that
money.
girl?
Good questions, some good
Can we
questions.
talk about the running back
money.
that punched the girl, please?
Why do you hate the good rappers? This is Mac Akshabab. He's an A-rap. Why do you hate the good rappers like Machine Gun Kelly who actually rap and promote bitches like Lil Yachty? It's because they're white. Now, what else do you want to know? We talked about the MTV New Year's resolution. Talked about Lena Dunham's abortion comments, right?
I want to talk about the running back that punched the girl.
What about it?
You didn't see that?
I did see it.
Let me see it.
What about it?
Okay.
Don't hit girls.
It all
Even if they
depends
hit you,
on-
you're not gonna win. Period.
but-
Sorry.
But
That's a
self-defense,
cute.
though.
That's
There's no cute. Stop. Don't lead these people down the wrong
Self-defense.
path, Show.
Let me tell you something.
Me and Van had this conversation. You're not gonna win.
Let me tell you
You
something.
can't hit a girl.
I'll never
It all
hit a
depends
girl.
on how you hit 'em.
No matter how many times.
What?
No.
Chill out.
No, you're not gonna win.
Stop it.
Well, guess
If
what?
a girl got a hammer at you, what you gonna do? If a girl got a knife at you, what you gonna do?
You probably win that, but guess what?
All right, that's all I'm saying.
In this situation with that football
I
player,
ain't see it. I'm asking.
morally, did he probably do human nature? Absolutely. The girl hit him once, he resisted. Girl hit him again, he punched her.
Listen,
morally,
I ain't see it. I
was
wanna
he
see it.
right? In the eyes of the law, you'll never
There's
win.
an easy way for him to get out of this situation.
Run.
All he has to do is say that she called him the N-word, and then that's fine.
He said that. Nobody gives a fuck.
Oh,
he
really?
said that.
That's not enough.
Well,
That's
you
not
haven't
enough.
paying attention. This shit is old.
That's not
This,
enough.
Well, the story's old, the video's
video
new.
just came out.
I
He
know.
been said that.
But here's what I have to say.
Nobody gives a shit. Stephen
in
A.
the
Smith
car?
said whether he called you the N-word or not, we don't give a shit.
Okay, so this is what we have to do. There's two things. One is saying what we would have done, and the other is saying what we would tell our daughters.
Okay, well, do what Jay-Z would have done.
Can I say my point?
Okay.
Do you want to say your point? Then I'll say mine after. I just want to
Yes.
be able to get through my point.
The
without
point.
you
The
interrupting.
point is simple.
Yeah.
If a girl hits you,
Yeah.
run. Because you
Okay.
can't win in 2016,
Yeah.
2017.
You get out of it,
You're going
run.
to jail. Your career is going to be
Yeah.
ruined.
Completely.
Period.
Yeah.
Completely
They
agree.
dangerous.
Okay. So this is what I have to say to it. I completely agree with you. I would never hit a woman. I tell all guys, don't you ever hit a woman. Doesn't matter the circumstance.
Yeah,
never
get
hit
out
a
of
woman.
it, go.
No matter what, you just get the fuck out of that situation. You never hit a woman, no matter what. Hold her. Do whatever you have to do to stop her from it. You never hit her. Now, what would I tell my daughter? I would tell my daughter, don't hit anybody expecting they won't hit you back.
Period.
And that is to keep my daughter safe. So if my daughter is going up to a collegiate
chivalry's dead.
NCAA athlete and punching him in the face,
Yikes.
like this girl did, I would tell her, listen, he should never hit you because a man should never hit a woman. But the reality of the matter is, you should never put your hands on somebody and expect that they won't hit you
Chivalry
back.
dead,
Listen, you're
bro.
This is
absolutely
what
right.
I'm
But guess
telling
what?
my daughter
Chivalry
to
dead.
keep her safe, and this is what I tell girls to keep them safe. Now, here's the situation.
Let's go back.
The
This is a
reason
great
why,
point.
real quick, the reason why a man can't hit a woman is because we view women as weak. Okay, now it's simply gender. Because if a smaller man came up to Wax and
I'm not
punched
gonna fuck
Wax in
out.
the face, and then Wax knocked him out, we wouldn't go, "Oh my God, how could you abuse him?" We would go, "Oh, he got what he deserved." It doesn't matter if the guy's 5 feet tall. If Matt Raz walks up to Wax and slaps Wax in the face, and then Wax knocks him
Flip
out.
that and ask yourself would be the same thing.
Now
if it was a woman that was 6'10", what's our friend name?
Leslie Jones.
Tosh, TJ.
Yeah.
Leslie
TJ.
Jones. If
Forget Leslie. TJ. You know
TJ knows
TJ?
TJ. Leslie knows.
If
we know
TJ
Leslie
hit me,
Jones.
you
Okay,
better
let me
whoop TJ
describe
ass.
I know
TJ to you.
TJ.
Y'all
TJ.
page, y'all work?
Peace.
All right, love
Bye,
you.
Paige. Have a good
TJ is about 6'4".
I know
Yes.
TJ. I'll bust her ass in basketball.
About
Listen.
210.
Yeah.
Big
Yes.
as
Yes.
shit.
Yeah.
You better fuck her up, and she gonna fuck you up.
Now, here's the thing.
But if you're a man and you hit her,
You're
they'll
still
look
fucked
at
up.
you the
okay.
same.
So my point is,
No, y'all think you okay?
no,
Yeah,
no,
you think
no,
that if you want to.
So the point
Man,
is,
I'm
the
telling
point
you.
is,
She'll whoop your ass.
the point is, it doesn't matter if the girl's way bigger. If you're a guy and you beat up a girl at any fucking weight, height disadvantage
getting her
whatsoever,
You're done.
If you're done, it's wrong. It's because we look at women as weak. Now, that's fine. We can look at women as weak. I personally would never hit a woman. I don't believe in it. I don't
like
think
your
anybody
wording.
should.
She will whoop your ass.
Most men are stronger than women.
They are.
So
It's
don't
facts.
say it's like that we look at women as weak. No, most men physically can dominate.
And then we
women.
just gave a situation where a woman could physically dominate a man, and if a man
those
hit
are
her, he'd
rare.
still be wrong.
Those are very rare.
You're not beating her up though. She'll beat you up.
Those are very rare. And I'm gonna tell you
I
something
would
else.
never hit her.
Let's go back to what you said
I
about
beat her
Tyreek.
in basketball.
Let's go back to what
I
you said
played
about
one-on-one.
Tyreek. I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
I would definitely tell my daughter to keep her hands to herself. But
Please.
guess what? My daughter getting hit by a man is the worst thing that's going to happen to her in that situation, unless the guy kills her or something. That guy, finished. This dude isn't going to get drafted by the NFL, so that means that
He'll be drafted.
they're already talking about no, he might not be. They're literally talking about this on
It all
First
depends
Take
on
yesterday.
what exactly happened. I want to see it because
He
I wanna
fucking
see-
hooked her. Basically, his livelihood is in jeopardy.
Yeah, he's an
we
idiot.
don't got to say he's done.
He's an absolute idiot for doing it.
Exactly. The least that's going to happen to this young lady is she woke up with a headache.
She had no headache. I mean, she had no
No, she like fractured.
This guy
her
is
weapons.
done.
She had no weapons.
Fuck. Like you said, when you Google his name from now on,
yeah.
he hit a girl. So it don't matter whether he gets drafted in the NFL or not.
Yeah.
Forever, he's known as the man who hit a woman.
I don't ever want it to be right in society for a man to hit a woman. I really don't.
No, it's not
I don't.
cool.
I don't believe in that. I've never believed in it. I've been very strongly on this podcast for fucking the last 2 years. I've said we should never do that. Never touch a woman. My point is, and I'm saying this to women, and I would say this to my daughters. I'll say this to my mom. I'll say it to anybody. Do not put your hands on any person.
Period.
And expect that they won't put their hands back on
Absolutely.
you. Because what can happen is women can hear the words, you should never hit a woman, and believe it. And I'm afraid that they will believe it because not every man
Chivalry is
lives by
dead.
that creed.
well, guess what? Some
And when you
guys-
live by that creed, guess what happens? You get knocked the fuck
guess
out.
what? Some people abuse their privilege. And in that situation as a man, let them abuse their privilege. A woman hits you, get the fuck out of
Run.
Dodge.
You're a running back.
Literally run.
Do you?
No, like
for real.
literally
Let's go. Yeah.
take off in the opposite
Go.
direction
Go.
and yell and scream and say, look, she just hit me, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
You're not going to
No,
win.
I agree
How
with
many
you.
cases do we have to see to know that we cannot win that? Nobody's going to feel sympathy
You're
for you.
1,000% right. I completely agree with you. It's not a fucking
Especially she
question.
had no weapon, bro. Come on, you hooked her. Too much.
Yeah.
All right,
Way
so
too
somebody
much.
wants to know, should a man give grade A dick on the first night or leave something for the future?
No, absolutely. You got to go
Grade A.
in.
You got to kill it.
You got to kill it the
You got
first
to kill
time.
it the first time. The rest of the times it suck. It's like the first time you hitting crack.
All right.
You always going back for that first big hit.
All right, let me see if I can get a good
Is a hot
question.
dog a sandwich?
I think you guys know why we stopped doing Ask an Idiot.
We talked about this. Can y'all speak on the fake news and people rushing to judgment before the facts come out? We've been talking about that the whole episode.
Okay, here's one. Should everyone consider See the God as light skinned now?
I don't. You coming to my defense, black woman? finally,
Wow.
finally, a black woman comes to my defense.
That's why
Yeah,
black women are so
man.
beautiful. Is they will literally stand by your side after you forgot her name 2 minutes after asking it to her, and she stood by your side and said, no, he's a beautiful brown.
By the way, I still can't remember her name. I just know her name is Kay, and that's what I'm going to call right.
I thought-
Katana.
I thought it started with an
Stop
S.
defending
Katana.
it. You did not just call her Katana.
Oh,
What is
man.
it?
Katisha.
Katira.
Katera. Katana is the
Same
soul.
thing.
God, man, you guys are awful, man.
T.
See the God and Andrew Schultz. If you could be a different race for a day, which one would you guys pick?
What race would I pick if I could
I'd
be
be a
another race?
bird.
Yeah,
I'd
for
be
a day.
bird.
For a day?
You'd be a bird. You'd be a race of bird.
Yeah, that's a race.
No doubt. Okay.
All right,
Sure.
what would you
What would
be,
you-
Charlamagne?
I'd be black.
If you could pick another race.
I don't think I would want to pick another race. I don't like stupid ass hypothetical questions like that because I really don't see what the benefit would be. Now, that would be interesting to like. You know what? Let me see if I can see if there's really some shit
A
called
white
white
wax.
privilege for real. Like let me be white for
wax.
a day and see if I feel a difference.
Oh, I would absolutely pick to be black for a
Does
day.
my credit score jump up? Like what happens?
Oh, shit.
No, I'd absolutely pick to be black today. Absolutely. Matter of fact, we could actually do that.
Like,
Oh
I
my God.
love eating
Oh, this
pussy.
is a good one. This is a good one. Aspiring Maroki, Ndanja. He says, does See the God feel betrayed when he supports progress, black people, and gets brutally attacked for a misunderstood tweet? So I feel betrayed. Betrayed is a strong word. I just feel like people aren't really paying attention as much as they say they are. But I mean, that goes with anything. Like we don't pay attention to positive things. We pay attention to the negative.
Sure.
Nobody's gonna give a fuck about how many times Minister Farrakhan been on the show, or Dick Gregory, or Brother Polite, or Tariq
Can
Nasheed,
you
or Dr.
repeat what you
Umar
just
Johnson.
said? We don't care about the positive, we just care about the negative?
Yeah.
Do you recall the debate that we had for about 30 minutes on this podcast last week where that was the point I was trying to make and you were arguing with me about
Yeah, I
it?
did argue with you because what I was trying to tell you is that if we collectively come together and raise something up in love, no, listen, if you actually listen for a chance show, if we collectively can come together and raise things up in love, like Insecure, How to Get Away with Murder, Scandal,
Yeah.
why can't we do that for each other? Now, do people gravitate towards the negative? I agreed with you.
That's
Absolutely.
all I was saying.
I
That
never
was
said-
my argument
I never
the
said you were
entire
wrong about
time.
that, but I'm telling
Yes, you did.
that no, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
You really don't listen.
I do listen.
No,
you
I
don't listen
didn't.
to yourself, and you
No,
forget when you're wrong.
you don't listen.
When you're wrong, you forget.
So tell me what my point was then.
Your point was you don't like black women.
Whatever. It's simple. You can raise things up with love. We choose not to.
Of course not.
That's it. It's simple
Blood
as
and
that.
negative.
We choose. And when we do it,
Misery,
when we
love,
do it, we
company,
don't even
love.
realize we're doing it.
Misery, love,
We'll
company.
sit there and talk about Insecure and how great it is, and Lawrence Hive and Issa Rae and Big Her Up and this and that. We don't even realize we're lifting that up with love. How many times has somebody tweeted about Francesca since I made that platform comment? Francesca Ramsey.
I don't know.
How many times somebody tweeted about Crystal DeReed? All this stuff y'all talk. How many times? Where's the love? I saw somebody do a great. Somebody tweeted this and I retweeted it because I thought it was just a good example. They was like, y'all motherfuckers got Angela Yee out here trending all day on some dumb shit. But y'all couldn't get Jamela Lemieux trending when she was on the Breakfast Club?
What did Angela trend on?
Her and
Yeah,
Gucci.
Gucci.
Because fucking.
Gucci fucked, huh?
I don't know. I don't know. And by the way, let's talk about that for a second. Because everybody was coming at me and Envy talking about, y'all always throw Angela under the bus and y'all never come to her defense. Two things. Nobody ever comes to my defense on the Breakfast Club, so I don't give a shit. All right? I'm there for the entertainment factor. I'm entertained just like y'all are entertained. That's number one. Number two, I don't know what Angela and Gucci did. I don't know if I can't call Gucci a liar, and I can't call Angela a liar.
Gucci
know.
hit, huh?
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm just saying I don't know.
You don't
got
know.
head.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Angela fucked fat Gucci.
No, see, now, you don't know that. Now you jumping to conclusions. We
I'm
don't
just
know.
jumping to conclusions.
Yes, I don't
so
know.
is she a suspected Gucci fucker?
Nah, Gucci never said Angela and him.
I'm just saying.
Gucci
if
never.
everybody's a
Gucci,
suspected.
By the way, Gucci never even implied that they fucked. All Gucci said
she's trying to
was,
holler at him.
"You was texting me."
Yeah.
That's what Gucci
Ask
said.
me
You
where
was
my room
texting
is
me,
at.
asking me where my
That's
hotel
it.
was.
But isn't that interesting? That's all it takes to be a suspected anything is one person saying it.
No, people jump to conclusions.
My
Instead
point
of
is,
dealing with that, instead of
all
dealing
it
that for what it
takes
was,
is one
They
person.
wanted something negative.
it's not a good story.
Someone-
Oh fuck, Angela was texting Gucci. No, Angela and Gucci was fucking.
Yeah, he had a bent over and
Angela wanted to fuck Gucci.
For sure. Yeah, bullshit.
Like she could have been. First of all, Angela, Gucci used to be signed to Atlantic. Angela has ties with Atlantic.
Right.
Angela could have been fucking bringing them food.
Anything.
Sending weed to his room. Like,
Yeah,
what
good looking.
any
Where you
fucking
at?
thing.
Yeah.
Sending weed to his room. Might have been sending some girls over. She keeps some hoes.
Yeah.
Like anything. He's in town. Yo, can you go send this to Gucci? Anything. But this is how much we give a fuck about women. And this is other women too, by the way, because I saw so many of y'all women going on Angela.
Man, you hate women.
Y'all
today,
care so much about y'all own people that y'all just jumped to Angela being a hoe who's fucking Gucci.
Because they hoes.
Salute to the women that was defending her. Like Samia, can't pronounce her name either. Samia.
Jesus. I bet
Samia's not black,
I
though.
bet
She's
you
Indian.
pronounce what?
She's Indian.
Oh, she's Indian?
Yeah.
Oh,
She was
okay.
defending her, saying this is why it's so hard to be a woman in the industry.
You got no problem pronouncing white girl names, huh?
I only know two. And they're simple.
Paige,
Tommy.
Oh.
One syllable.
So that's you
How
saying
many
black
syllables
girl
in your
names?
name, Katara?
Katira.
Katira. 3 syllables.
Charlemagne.
Hey, that's not my real name. All right. Paige is Paige. Paige.
So you just want sounds. Women are just sounds
That's
here.
it, man. Give me some sound. Hey. What did we call? What you call Young M.A. Young Ma?
Yeah.
You refuse to pronounce that M.A.
Yeah.
See?
what does that have to do
If
with
you don't
it?
call that, you be like, ooh. The ooh bitch.
Yeah, ooh bitch. Oh, ooh? You talking about ooh bitch?
Ooh bitch. But nah, I don't feel betrayed. I just, people aren't paying attention. This is another thing we got to do going in 2017, man. Stop giving a fuck about what people think about what you're doing. Just do it.
Just do you.
Just do it, man.
Just do you.
Just do it. Like social media has made it to where motherfuckers want amen corners. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say thing without a react. You can't say nothing without a reaction.
Yep.
That's why some people, it's hard to do radio because that's why it's hard for comedians to do radio. Because remember that time we played that joke on Donnell Rollins, and I was like, no matter what Donnell says, I told Angela and Envy and everybody in the room, no matter what Donnell says, do not laugh. So for 15 minutes, we just sat there, and Donnell's like, man, this shit awkward, man. This shit, why is it awkward, nigga? Because ain't nobody laughing at you? Huh, Mr. Commit? I'm perfectly fine having a conversation when ain't nobody laughing. All right? Everything I say don't got to get a reaction. Don't got to get laughter behind it. But he couldn't handle that. So that's the era we live in. It's like literally tweeting something.
Damn,
and you
bro.
Nobody give you
listen,
likes.
tweet
Damn,
something
Charlamagne.
and nobody retweets it. You be thinking something wrong with Twitter.
I do that. You did that.
I did that the other day.
I reset my shit.
Something's wrong with Instagram. Remember, I was like,
Only 400 likes.
and it was the day I put my book cover up. I'm like,
Fuck y'all.
What's going on?
You can't.
Listen,
He back there stressing.
You can't
He was
say you
stressing,
fell
y'all.
off.
Yeah, my shit could be just whack. Yeah, that can't be it. So then I tried him. I'm gonna go back to this day because it's a true story. I put up a Maya Angelou quote. I'm like, this gonna rip. That shit was 40 likes. I'm like,
Nah, something fucked up.
check your phone, Wack. Let me check my phone. I'm looking at everybody's phone. I'm looking at everybody's phone. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Then I'm going to other people's page. They got their likes and shit.
Yeah, I'm used to only get like 20-something likes, so it ain't matter to me.
The phone was fucked up, but it was. I needed that reinforcement. And by the way, just for the record, by about 4:00 that afternoon, that book cover had about 20,000 likes. It got back to normal. But I'm just saying, all right. I'm just saying, in that moment, I needed that re-fucking.
So imagine a girl, the
Whoa.
video vixens. Lord have mercy.
Duval says it all the time.
They go crazy.
Stop liking all these girls' pictures.
Oh Lord,
And
take it
these
back in line.
pretty girls will start fucking again.
Duval.
I thought he was about to say go get a job.
Say what?
I thought he was about to say go get a
No.
job.
Say
they're not
Duval,
gonna do
don't
that.
say what you're gonna say. Duval is a suspected woman hater.
No, I wasn't gonna say that.
Oh, okay, what you gonna say?
Yeah, first of all, you know I think Duval's genius, but I think Duval hates a girl that won't give him pussy. Like,
We all do.
There is no. But Duval is on another level. Like, if you don't give Duval pussy, he's gonna come at your life. Like, he's gonna go look through your page because Duval's literally like an evil genius in a lot of ways.
No, Duval just be bored sometimes. That motherfucker tweeted out. No, the other
But
day he
he's
tweeted
got
out.
it up here, man. This dude is a
No,
genius.
man.
He
He
can look
is.
through your whole page, find out your deepest, darkest insecurity, and then put that into 140 characters and have you question
He's
your
a
life,
lazy
bro.
genius. Duval tweeted the other day.
motherfucker does not play around.
Rob just got to beat Black China up. I'm like, Duval
it's
ain't even.
fucked
I'm
up.
like, yo, you're not
It's
even
fucked
trying
up.
no more.
Yeah,
like
it's
that
fucked
wasn't that. Like, what did you just want to get attacked? And you know how I knew black women have had enough of Duval?
Why?
They didn't even go in on him. They didn't even.
Because they're busy on you.
No, that's what I'm saying. They still care about me enough to be like, look,
Zero
Charlamagne.
roll their eyes, bro.
Yeah, they like, Charlamagne, we know. Charlamagne, there's hope for you. All right, we know you might have just made a mistake.
Duval's done.
Duval done. We love Duval 2 years ago.
Duval,
all right?
been digging. Duval been digging.
They've been stop fucking with Duval.
All right,
okay.
bro. Black women, just know I'm always here for you, man.
What was
You know,
the greatest
I'll never
Christmas
leave your
gift you
side,
received
you know.
as a kid, Schultz?
I know that Charlamagne may have and Duval may have, but I'm always gonna be there.
You believe the white man if you want to. Motherfucker have you in a camp. Listen, what was the greatest Christmas gift you received as a kid?
The greatest gift I received as a kid, Christmas gift. That's a good ass question. I don't know. I got a surfboard once. That was really cool.
Of course.
Yeah, I got a surfboard. That was
Gnarly.
dope. I love that surfboard.
Gnarly.
Yeah.
Somebody saw me wearing a Brilliant Idiot shirt. Where can he get one? BrilliantIdiotSmerch.com. I'm not
Man,
in front.
come
These
on.
ass
These
idiot
questions are
shit
whack.
is whack as fuck.
Bro, come
and it's
on.
a lot of them. When government said people in this country have had enough of experts, did the dick really mean expats?
All right, we out.
What?
We out. One more and then it's over.
Show it. When is your bachelor party? What you have when you first move in?
Oh, well, let me
Housewarming.
Let me get
Housewarming.
Listen, I still need to pass the board. I have to go through the board. Like, the board of the building has to approve me, but the motherfuckers
they ain't
calling me
fucking with you.
suspected white supremacist shit all over the internet.
That's why you upset about that
Hell
shit today.
yeah, I'm upset about that. I'm trying to be a homeowner.
You better get you.
Motherfuckers is out here trying to kill me.
You better go
Won't you
apply.
rent first?
No, you better go.
What's
You better
wrong
go
with you?
apply at one of these places that's known to have housing discrimination against minorities.
Yes, you'll be okay.
You
They have to give it to you
Donald
like
Trump,
this.
we're outside now, baby.
Trump
Let's
got
go.
You
You
have
better
to.
go. You look like Trump Jr.
Well, let me know when it is, man.
No, for real. I'm gonna have everybody come through in my small ass little apartment. You know,
Listen, man.
I'll definitely have
studio?
Katira there. Katira, you'll be invited.
And she got
to
a
my
man,
housewarming.
yo.
Say what?
She got a man. You better
Your
stop
boyfriend
that.
can come. I'm proud of black women being happy. Whatever makes you happy. If it's a white man, a Puerto Rican man, an Asian man, a black man, doesn't matter. Whatever
With
makes you
thong
happy,
sandals.
I'm supportive of. I'm not gonna hurt your happiness. That's all I'm trying to say. When I see black women happy, I want to promote that. Okay. And if a man
just
is
trying to
in
get
your
some
life
pussy
and he
from you.
loves you,
White man don't got to do nothing but blow some white
He
smoke
don't
up
care
your
about
ass,
that shit.
and you all in.
You know,
should
you
be
never cheated on your
ashamed of
boyfriend
yourself.
ever?
You should take out your braids and get a
Then you
perm.
don't even know if you really like him or not.
No, I really do like him on my
If you
team.
never cheated on him, you'll never know.
She likes him a lot. Listen, as long as you're happy, I'm happy. That's all I'm trying to say. Somebody cares about your happiness and your well-being, okay?
You never know unless
right,
you love
don't
this
you
man,
forget.
unless you
Next
cheat
time
on
you
him.
talk to us, it's gonna be 2017. Y'all have.
I will be back here next week.
We gonna do one next
I
week.
think we're going to do Chris, we doing one next week or not?
Maybe best of.
Maybe best. All right, we'll
Maybe
see.
best of. I don't know. I mean, we're here. I don't go on vacation till the 29th.
But I got to get out of here now.
All right, so listen, man. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thanks for all the support throughout the year. Please
Thank you.
go purchase my book, Black Privilege. Opportunity come to those who create it. CThabook.com, CATHABOOK.com, or just go to Amazon.
Yeah.
Go to Brilliant Idiots merch store. And that's it, man.
Oh,
we love
shit.
y'all. As all what?
Fuck. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Well, if you guys are still listening to the podcast, I haven't turned it off yet. I'm going to be at Albany New Year's Eve. I'm going to be at the Funny Bone in Albany doing a couple shows for New Year's Eve.
And Anguilla, we'll be doing Anguilla for New Year's Eve, all right?
Well, some of us will be in Anguilla.
Well,
Some
yeah.
of us will be in Albany. Lovely Albany.
Wax Page. I got my homegirl Ashley coming. Kente, we coming to Anguilla.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, it's going down.
Oh,
It's
shit.
going down. We'll be in Anguilla New Year's Eve. So we'll see you out there, okay? As always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. If you listen to this podcast and you think we're just a couple idiots,